Yo, what's good, Joe? More shocking videos for you guys for today.
So now they want every American to wear a device called a wearable. RFK said in 4 years, he wants every American to have this, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is just another precursor to get everybody later on to take the mark of the beast. That's what these things are. That's what these concepts are. It's to groom people beforehand to be okay with accepting a worldwide thing that everyone has to have. That's what this is. Apparently, a wearable is what they're introducing. It's like a watch, and you would wear it and it will track your health, every part of your health, like everything. And it will be able to tell you if something is wrong, which in theory sounds like a good thing for sure. However, it would also track where you are, and each device will be registered to said person, and it will track you whether or not you want it to. This could be very dangerous because let's just say, hypothetically speaking, allegedly TikTok, let's say if you got a sickness, let's say if it was something like COVID and you got COVID and they were able to track exactly where you were because the watch told them that you had COVID, and they come and they get you. Physically, they come and they pick you up and take you to quarantine or something like that. That's weird. Or imagine you just have any other sickness or illness. They can now detect that with the watch. You can't hide from it, and they're gonna come and get you. Not to mention, they will be able to track a whole bunch of other things. So this is one of those things. If they say every single American has to have it, obviously they're pushing an agenda. It's not, oh, if they want to, it's no, you have to in 4 years. In 4 years, this is something you're going to have to do. That's what they're saying. And you might say, well, we already wear watches and phones and we already have these devices checked. You have it voluntarily. This thing you will not have voluntarily. And if you don't have it, it will be greatly frowned upon, and you never know what the consequences may be. Everyone doesn't have to have an iPhone or an Apple Watch or Android. You chose to have that. This is one of the things that's going to be probably given to you for free. Beware of these types of things given to you for free. And God is doing us a big favor because he is showing us precursors beforehand. He's showing us these things that are going to take place in the future, but he's showing us beforehand to get us prepared. So if you're failing the quiz, you will for sure fail the test when it does come. So now they want...
Well, that's true though. Like, oh, we already got these devices but this one, that's out of here. Like, that's not. They looking for more control right there, man. For real. Look, believe it or not, a lot of you guys don't hit the like button. It's okay. I get it. You watching on TV. It says 74% of you guys watching me on TV. Just be sure to hit the like button. Okay. Let's get back to the video. Peace.
I just see somebody on here in the hospital from that Wendy's Fuego Takis meal or whatever.
Oh.
And when you see the nerve to comment under their video talking about oops.
No, somebody said, oop. Literally, I seen the comment. It said, Wendy said, oops in the comments. Actually, I want to get on that topic right now. So, how many of y'all tried the Wendy's, the new Wendy's meal? The Takis Wendy meal. And look in the comments. It said, Wendy's, literally, this is a Wendy's account, verified account. It says, oops. What you mean, oops? The heck?
Takis meal is starting to quite literally put people in the hospital. To be honest, I am not surprised about this at all. So for the people that don't know, recently Wendy's came out with a new Takis themed meal where everything you get in your order is Takis flavored, starting off with a Takis flavored chicken sandwich. You also get some Takis flavored fries. And then I believe this is the final part of the meal. You get a bag of Takis as well. So all those things combined, definitely not the best for you, especially eating all that in one sitting can really upset your stomach, and that is exactly what is happening to a numerous amount of people, including this guy that I showed in the beginning. He ate the Wendy's Takis meal, and as you can see, he is in a hospital bed in the hospital. So if you or anyone you know plan on eating this Wendy's Takis meal, just think twice about it because people are literally getting put in the hospital because of it. I know I'm not going to go out there and eat that meal. That is for sure, but I'm definitely really curious to know your thoughts about all this. The new
That's like, the energy of the planet is changing. For real. Look at that. Y'all gotta really look at that. Like, maybe we'll have this like a test to see how the energy of the planet is really changing. You know, because it's going to get to a point we can't keep eating the bull crap that we eat. Think about that, right? How we gonna get superpowers if we keep eating the same stuff we eat? Come on, y'all. Really? You're not finna get no supernatural abilities if you still eating Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Popeye's chicken, Denny's, Walmart food. Yeah, I gotta name it all because we really be like we supposed to be eating fruit, man. But that's how you know the energy of the planet is changing and it's getting all that stuff out of them. They just gotta detox. There's nothing really wrong with them.
So that new Taki burger have literally been clapping people, sending them straight to the ER. Like multiple people going to the ER from eating this sandwich. And honestly, what did y'all expect from the Diabetes Power Rangers united their forces together? Just looking at this sandwich, I'm knowing this burger is slapboxing your cholesterol levels. Not only that, Wendy's have the audacity to say, oops. I can't make this shit up.
Y'all saw it.
And to be honest with you, bro, that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that people is hearing what's happening to people that's eating this sandwich, and then they're going to try the sandwich to see if it make them.
So everybody got purple on today, huh? Everybody got purple on today. You got purple on today? I bet somebody in this video right now got purple. If you got purple on, comment that in the comments. That's crazy.
What's wrong with this generation? Like, y'all can't take nothing serious. You heard that a sandwich is clapping people, and then you want to see and test and see if you get clapped too. What? What type of sense does that make? Y'all really showing God how to use y'all free will, ain't it? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the...
It's crazy, man. Now, I'm not gonna lie. It do look good, though. I'm not gonna lie. It do look good. But if it's gonna send me to the hospital, or... I already know that. Yo, you eat this, your stomach is... Yeah, you're gonna be on the toilet for sure.
New Wendy's Taki.
You ain't gotta... He do it in the... I don't like people when they do this. That irritates me. Why would you do that? I'm skipping.
Oh my God, bro. God, I hate Takis, but Wendy's came out with a Takis Fuego meal, and y'all keep shoving it down my throat. This is my life. You got a Takis chicken sandwich, which is a chicken sandwich with ass on it. These Taki fries, and then they give you a bag of Takis just in case 2 forms of ass wasn't enough. We'll try these Taki flavored fries, and I'm not gonna lie, these look like they're gonna bang. They remind you of the hot fries you get, the chips, right? Let's see what we got. Oh no! It's all salt and heat. It literally is just sodium and capsaicin. But it's not even trying. The chicken sandwich. Doesn't that look just simply awful? You got one of their crispy chicken fillets. I think I see cheese under there. A colossal mountain of those Takis. Terrible. A little bit of lime from the Takis. That's the first note you get. But then guess what, children? It's followed up by salt, heat, and tons of ass. And just so I can make it to the 1 minute mark to make my money back, I'm going to try the Takis. It exists. A trifling glass-like texture. Citrus on the chip seems like a fucking war crime. Way more salt than heat, and it's just enough heat to be annoying without being fun. This is a waste of time. I hope you guys enjoyed this.
That's right. Give them a bad review. Maybe not for people. This is Wendy's in the comments. Maybe not for people who don't like Takis. That was a good comeback. I'll give him that.
No, you're good. Thank you so much. So according to my For You page, the new Wendy's Takis meal is sending people to the hospital, allegedly. So let's go and try it and see what's up. Okay, guys, and here it is right here. It's called the Fuego meal. It comes with the chicken sandwich, some Fuego fries, and a bag of chips of Takis. So let's see what's up. Really trying to order, guys, but there's a freaking spider right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. Get a Fuego meal, please. I'm sorry. There's a spider in my window. Sorry.
Come closer to me.
Okay. You see it? Oh, thank you. No, you're good. Thank you so much. Right, thank you. We got it, guys. Okay, but so after that whole spider thing, let's go ahead and try it. Here's the bag right here. Here's the fries, guys. Okay, I'm gonna try the first fry. I mean, they're okay. Let me go ahead and try this sandwich. It literally smells like nachos. I don't like it, guys. The nacho cheese is like making the chicken soggy, and I don't like soggy chicken. Who likes soggy chicken? I honestly prefer the chili powder just on the chip rather than the fry. I'm gonna give the meal a 6 out of 10, but I'm gonna give customer service a 10 out of 10 because the employees are super nice here.
That's dope.
You would...
Guys, I just delivered my baby in my bed.
Oh, man. Oh, shit.
I I just delivered my baby. Me and my man just delivered the baby in the bed.
Oh, God. God. Thank you, God. Thank you. Oh, man.
And she's beautiful.
Oh, baby, come on. Oh, man. Oh.
Guys.
That's what's up, man. That's dope. You know that baby gonna be powerful, man. That is dope right there. I ain't gonna lie. The energy changing, y'all, man. The energy changing, man. This is the best time to be alive. You know, I know life can really get you. I ain't gonna lie. You know, life will be getting you. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But at the end of the day, man, life is beautiful, man. So enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy every little bit of it. For real.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes?
I don't know. I would.
This is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions and puts
Should the human race survive?
This is the guy that's basically running America from the back room, and he can't answer whether or not humans should exist. Okay, he's got his tentacles everywhere, all over Trump's office. From people like David Sachs in the Office of Science and Technology Policy to companies like Palantir, if you remember, they're creating a master database on all of us, down to Doge and all the way up to the Vice President J.D. Vance. He's all over Trump's cabinet as well, from the Department of Defense to the Department of State, Department of Energy, also the Department of Health and Human Services. Let me just read some quotes from this insane interview called Peter Thiel and the Antichrist. Here he's talking about trans, and he says, quote, "The critique is not that it's weird and unnatural. It's, man, it's so pathetically little. And okay, we want more than cross-dressing or changing your sex organs. We want you to be able to change your heart and change your mind and change your whole body." What the f? He also told the story of when he was at PayPal and he took his entire company to a, quote, freezing party, and that you could freeze your whole body or just your head. And this part where he's asked whether fusing humans with computers is heretical from a Christianity perspective, and he says, yeah, I don't know. I think the word nature does not occur once in the Old Testament, and so there is a sense in which the way I understand the Judeo-Christian inspiration, it is all about transcending nature. Maybe I'm just the simpleton here, and I'm the one who doesn't get it, but I don't think we should all become computers.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right?
Mm-mm. And that's what they want. They want all of us to be computers. And it's just crazy, like, how AI is getting so advanced now. Like, man, that's how you know they're recording everything we do on the internet. Everything. They documenting it, everything. And AI is just using that data to make it seem like it's intelligent. But like, without us, that's crazy though.
I want to show my appreciation. I want to buy everybody back there. I want to buy y'all some chicken. And you can keep this $100. This all I want you to do is take one piece of chicken and bite it. Any piece you want right now for this $100, you can have it. I want any one of y'all, let me see y'all eat a piece of that chicken.
Okay. I didn't get it actually. You can keep your money.
Okay.
You can take your money.
Okay.
Just take your money.
Okay. Go ahead.
I didn't get it actually.
You didn't get it?
I didn't get it.
We want y'all to eat a piece of that chicken.
I want to buy you a piece of your own chicken.
Okay.
I want to pay for it. I want any one of y'all, just take any piece of chicken and bite into it. I want to see that shit too. I want you to eat it.
Oh, you want me to eat it?
Just bite it. He just wants you to bite it. I want you to eat it.
He wants you to bite it.
I'm gonna buy it for you. You eat it.
Okay, I can't do that actually.
You can't eat it? Why? Why you can't eat it? I want to show my.
Why is he doing that? But I don't know where I heard this. I think in my last video, this my hot chicken, and you shouldn't be eating chicken because it's karma or something about finances and karma. Something about eating chicken. It causes karma or financial issues. Basically, I don't know.
Whatever you want, man. You want my name too? Officer
What's
Clausen.
your badge number?
It's right here, man.
What is
At this
it?
point,
Can
nobody's
you say
in
it?
trouble. We're just placing you in trespass.
I'm
on
Officer
your property.
Clausen.
What badge number?
There.
What is it?
417.
Good boy.
Excuse me?
Oh.
Excuse me?
Oh. You ain't like that.
Who in the hell do you think you're talking to?
I ain't no man. I ain't gotta do nothing, boy. I ain't gotta do nothing, boy.
Yeah, you do.
Or what?
Whatever you want, man.
They ain't like that one. But it's okay for them to call us. You know how they be doing it. What are you doing, boy? Like, nah, it's a problem when we do it. But you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Whenever women are doing things behind your back, they actually find it funny because they're getting what they want out of you. They feel like they have the upper hand. They feel like they have the power and the control. But once you are aware of what they're doing, now they're upset. They're not upset because they hurt you. They might be. But they're really upset because they feel like they have a lack of control now. Now you have the decision on whether you want to be with them or not. That is why women keep a lot of stuff from you, because they know if you truly got to know them for them, you wouldn't have given them a chance, you would have wanted to leave, or you would have been dissatisfied. But it's never okay to force someone to live a life that they don't know they're living. You lying to someone about who you are, you're forcing them to live a life without their consent. When I'm on coaching in,
Well, the internet, man. People just keep exposing themselves, man. She be doing that too. She be doing that. She be, You know, if you really think about it, people really be telling themselves.
No, don't nobody run in your family. After you eat, you do not need a treat. You're not a German Shepherd. She was a liar because you got 50 reps and you didn't do 50. You running like Nene Leaks. You meal prep this week? No. You cook for that man, though. You ran down and back 3 times? I don't believe you. Do it again. Light-skinned women be lying. Mind your business. She wasn't born in your womb. I don't need you to speak for her. Your name is not Fat Joe. I don't need you to lean back when you do that. I got a question for you. I have a question for you. Your warm-up is 3 laps outside. Goodbye. I gotta hold your glasses like I'm your optometrist? Can I help you save some money? Can I help you save some money on your car insurance? Welcome to the real world. This bike ain't got no training wheels on it. These are only sliders y'all need to be worrying about. It's core sliders, not the pork sliders. When you got your hair and your nails done, your form is always better. We gotta fix your form. Stand up and go grab 25s. Pull the sled like you be pulling them niggas. Shut the hell up. You be late to the gym, you don't be late to that last appointment. No, you didn't. You're lying. Because I saw you didn't do nothing but get off the machine.
Why is he just going around messing with them? I mean, this is what he's supposed to be doing, but he's supposed to be motivated to keep working out. It's just funny. It's actually hilarious. He out here. He said this is professional bullying. Yes, it is.
And pull out a wedgie. That's all you did. And since you didn't do the 4 that it says on the TV, now you got 8. You're trying to cheat. I'm not your ex. You don't have to cheat on me. We'll put some Visine in them and let's go.
You see what time it is? It's 6:30.
What'd that mean?
We on time.
I don't reward a fish for swimming. Go finish your 3rd set. You think you slick. You are not grease. You rolling so fast, you look like you starting a lawnmower. Slow down. Let me ask you a question. Do you go see your eye doctor once a year? Okay, I could tell. Because you got a 25 on that side and a 10 on this side. All the way down and up. I don't need you to cut my curls. You're not my barber. All the way up. You are not her lawyer. I didn't ask you for your opinion on what she got going on. These box braids are not moving quick enough for me. Let's go. Count the burpees out loud and you're going to start over. Do another one because you be lying. Wide grip rows so we don't have a wide back. Let's go. Hey, hey.
I asked the Lord for a sign. This lady at my job gave me a mustard seed. Crazy how that works, right?
What is a mustard seed? What is that? YouTube, this is for educational purposes only. No one got injured in this video.
Twin don't know how to rap, but he actually kill people though. He don't know how to rap, but he can kill.
Holding black and white doesn't mix, and he doesn't believe in him and I.
Which song is
My life fell apart.
Go.
Oh, me! You're mean! You're an awful person! Take me to jail! God damn!
Me if I ever run for police. Oh my God. And they just happy that she fell too. Look at him. I love he's gonna have to keep running. I knew she was gonna get too far. Like, man, look at him. This is the face of satisfaction. He's like, look at you. You touch me. Yeah. Nah, that is funny. Look at him.
Damn it!
Do something.
Dang. That's tough.
From sketch to stunning.
Direction where the rock.
What happened? What happened?
Fuck me! Oh, stop! 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 Stop your car!
Oh, stuff is falling. Oh, wow.
There's a rock slide.
Yeah.
Literally 30 seconds from getting fucking killed. Let me think about that.
I ran screaming down the road, just so you know, on the beach.
I know.
Direction where the rock.
Wow, I'm glad she got out of there. Dang.
This is the deep, dark truth about birthdays and what led me to denounce and renounce my birthday and stop celebrating them in general. The origin of birthday celebrations are evil, just like all the other pagan practices, Xmas, Halloween, EASTER, all of these. Birthdays fall in the same category. Let's look at the evidence. First off, the cones. Everyone wears cones on their head during birthdays. This is a common practice. Now, the Almighty Creator Yahuwah instructs us in Devarim 18, verse 9, or Deuteronomy. Be very careful not to imitate the detestable customs or the abominable practices of the nations living there. And what are some examples that are given here? To pass through the fire, use of divination, an observer of times, an enchanter, a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. So witchcraft, wizardry are two of the ones listed here. Now remember the cones Who also wears cone hats? Wizards or warlocks, witches, Santa, aka Satan. And the reason for these pointy hats is what? The conical hat of the witches is a reminder of a magical practice known as the cone of power. This is magic, it's witchcraft. The witches raise energy in a form of cone only to direct it to their target. Moreover, the witchy hat acts as a focal point, directing the cosmic energy and wisdom to the wearer of the hat, just like pyramids. Speaking of pyramids, birthdays originated in ancient Egypt, celebrated by pharaohs who were considered divine upon their coronation. The Greeks then adopted this tradition by celebrating the birthdays of their mighty ones, often with moon-shaped cakes. Why do you think the cake's in the shape of a circle? And candles, right? They tell you to blow out the candle and make a wish. The tradition of making a wish when blowing out B-Day candles is thought to have originated in ancient Greece. The Greeks offered round, honey-sweetened cakes to this false mighty one here, the goddess of the moon, to honor her on her B-Day. They placed candles on the cakes to make them glow like the moon. And they believed the smoke from the candles carried the prayers and wishes to the gods, or the false mighty ones, the demons. Anton LaVey, the creator of the Church of Satan, says that the date of one's own birth is the most important celebrated day of the year. It is a day of self-exaltation, self-worship, and of pride. The only 2 birthday celebrations recorded in Scripture were by wicked people. No righteous person was ever recorded celebrating their birthday in Scripture. In Bereshit, or Genesis 40, 18 through 23, the Pharaoh, on his birthday, hung the chief baker, right, to fulfill the prophecy of the dream that Yahushua interpreted, right? He said, this is the interpretation thereof. The 3 baskets are 3 yomim, or 3 days, yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy head from off thee, and shall hang thee on a tree, and the birds shall eat thy flesh from off thee. And Pharaoh did that on his own birthday. Look at that. How about King Herod? But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them, and pleased Herod, whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask. And she, being instructed of her mother, said, give me here Yahuchanan the immerser's head on a platter, on a plate. And the king was sorry, nevertheless for the oath's sake. And them which sat with him at meat, he commanded it to be given her. And he sent and beheaded Yahuchanan in the prison. And his head was brought on a platter, on a plate, and given to the damsel, and she brought it to her.
Instagram is about to piss a lot of people off. And I'm generally talking about the people who like to stalk other people's pages. You know, go through their followers and see who they're following and follow who they're following and do shit like that. Well, Instagram just stopped that. New Instagram update. Now, if you choose to, you can hide your followers. You heard what I just said? If you choose to, now you can hide your followers. Because y'all know Instagram is shady anyway. And a lot of people do a lot of shady shit on Instagram. So look, if you're following somebody that you do not want people to know that you're following, you can hide your followers. And you don't want anybody to see? This also means that people who doing whatever y'all doing, y'all be able to do it in peace a little bit. A little bit. Now, they're saying that Instagram doesn't outright do this, but you can do this. And I'm going to tell you how to do this. You go on your page, you click that little hamburger in the right, scroll all the way down. Down. You see help? Right there. You click help. After you click that, click report a problem. Report that. Yeah. After that, click that button down there. You click that, boom, it's going to take you to this screen. And after it takes you to this screen, you're going to type in that message right there. Listen, thank me later, because you will thank.
You must be careful of the people you support. You see the symbol. This is for educational purposes only. I highly recommend that you watch this video until the end. Some of you probably didn't know this. Some of you probably did. Comment your thoughts after watching the entire video and share this with someone you love, care, and respect. This video is gonna hit different. How you feeling now?
I'm telling you like this. This is where I'm working, okay? Y'all read that. This is where I'm working right now. The man who owns that company, I'll say Shelon Tusk. You know, y'all know Shelon Tusk.
He has us working 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. I'm an electrician. I wire up all the machinery that they're using to build the trucks. I'm wiring up all the machinery that they are using to build these robots, okay? We are working 12 hours, 7 days a week. I have worked for TikTok, for Amazon, for Samsung, Fortune 500 companies all year. Nobody is pushing their people like this, okay? 12-hour shifts. He is trying to complete this for something. As soon as these robots go online, it will kill 80% of the job force. All you people driving trucks and restaurants who don't think this can happen in Japan, they already have robots serving tables. They already have nurses that are being robotically projected from monitors to help patients. Your job is not safe, okay? 80% of the workforce will be killed by these robots. As soon as he puts these AIs inside of these robots, I promise you, they will think, be smarter, faster, and they do not need to sleep. We call in. I called in 3 days ago because I worked 6 days straight. Robots don't do that, and that's what they are pushing for. Have you sitting at home, the real ID, your bed now money, taking free governmental universal income, victim to the system. They do not want you out here moving how you want. They do not want you collecting resources. They don't want you to do anything without their knowledge. They want to track every transaction. They want to track your whereabouts. They want to know what you're thinking. And all they want to do is monetize and commercialize that. It's that mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is taking things that should not be for money or for sale and making them for sale, like your soul, love, things of that nature. And y'all say that it's not coming, but it's right around the corner. I promise you, this is coming. Where I'm working right now has proven that. This man sends drones on the top of the buildings, drones inside the building to count how many people are working at all times. It's not a game, bro. I'm telling you, this is just his company. Imagine what they're doing. Like Facebook, all these companies are together. They're acting like they're competitors. They're not. They all have one agenda, and each of them are doing their part. I promise you. They're building bulletproof trucks with robots. I don't know if you've seen it, but look it up. Recently, a guy just got pulled over in Dubai by a Cybertruck police, and it had a robot in it, and the robot gave him a ticket for using his phone and not being buckled up, and they sent the fine to his phone. I promise you, bro, these cars are not for normal civilians. You do not make bulletproof trucks for civilians. He is going to supply and fleet out the military and the police force. We will not be able to run and hide. They've already stopped making V8 engines in trucks, and the Chargers. There are no more Hellcats or Hemis being produced. They're all V6s. We will not be able to escape this shit. These robots are going to take your job. They're going to be police force, and we're going to be on our asses like idiocracy.
Once again, the Mountain Dew conspiracy predicted what just happened in 2025. The theory goes that every major new flavor they release contains a hidden message that foreshadows a major world event. So like in 2001, they released their famous Code Red flavor. Just 3 months later in September, that happens, a Code Red. Then they dropped Mountain Dew Maui Burst, and we had the wildfires in Maui back in 2023. Star Spangled Splash came out the same year that Baltimore Bridge collapsed. You remember that? The name of the bridge was the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Now, who wrote the American national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner? Yup, Francis Scott Key, Star Spangled Splash. In 2025, they came out with Baja Midnight, a new flavor they're really pushing, and well, it sort of just happened. Just like in 2024, when they dropped Infinite Swirl, which coincided with the insane hurricane season in southeastern USA that never seemed to end. And the re-release of their Pitch Black flavor preceded the largest IT blackout in history, the CrowdStrike outage in that same year. Another one, Purple Thunder, has the same name as a classified military defense test performed by the IDF. And well, let's just leave it at that. But now we have Baja Midnight, which they announced in a live press conference not too long ago. And just have a look at what the US military's recent activity in you-know-where was called. Yeah, that. Cited as being the largest B-2 bomber airstrike in US history, which struck at midnight. Now, Baja typically means low or lower in Spanish, but can also be taken to translate to... yeah, I couldn't make this up if I tried. Baja Midnight. Did this really just happen?
This video has been going viral online, and I just want to see what you think and what they think. Let me know what you see and if you think this is really some paranormal. Tell me what you see right here, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
This happened recently.
This happened recently. It was this cleaning crew that works in like some building, and it's like super late at night, and while they're cleaning, there was some weird stuff that you see in this video. It looks too weird. Okay, I'm gonna show you right now the way it looks. All right, so look.
Well, there was this one time when I was in the hallway and like, oh, get the f*** out!
What is that? It's like moving. It's like a white thing.
Whoa. Okay, so what did you see?
The footprints.
Dog, what the f is that?
No, that's crazy.
And you clearly kind of like the way they form.
Yeah.
This video has been going viral
I didn't
online.
see that. I had to replay that.
So y'all do know that we had over 140 fireballs fly over our heads. So while everybody was worrying about World War III, what's going on over there in Iran and Israel, we just almost got turned into dinosaur dust. And these pictures was taken in places like Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, basically the whole entire South. And I ain't hear about this on the news. I ain't hear about this on the radio. I heard about this from TikTok. 2025 got me so numb, bro. I'm not even surprised that we having meteor showers. Like, I'm honestly not even fazed. This is just a regular day. And to make matters even worse, why is the percentage keep getting higher of one of these asteroid rocks headbutting Earth? So the scientists say. This year been so unpredictable, bro. We don't know what tomorrow's gonna hold for us. Because asteroids twerking in the atmosphere just reached a whole new level of BS. Y'all, let me know y'all thoughts in the comments.
This is just a little Matrix update because what's going on in the world right now is a massive timeline shift is happening.
33% of men go several months without buying a bed frame after moving into a new place. I can understand why, you know, they cost money and yada yada, but here's the thing. It's really the mattress you want to take your time selecting because the mattress can make a massive impact in your health. And I'm not talking about the quality of sleep. I'm talking about the fact that conventional mattresses are made of polyester. They have flame retardants in them. They off-gas for years. If they have the bed springs in the mattress, that increases your EMF exposure as well. And these are things that are not discussed. If you have a regular mattress, forgetting about the metal springs, the particles that are flying off that every time you get in bed are toxic. They contain flame retardant chemicals, PCBs, and other neurotoxic ingredients that fry your freaking brain. Now, I too grew up on a regular mattress. Probably a bajillion dust mites. There are materials, though, that avoid the production of dust mites, and you can get an organic bed. But in the meantime, we should be thinking about detoxing all the crazy chemicals we've been exposed to over the years. That's
You think Diddy's gonna be good with his child?
He's a high caliber person. He has a lot of money and power. It seems like everything's falling on him. He's a person with a lot of money and a lot of ties to higher societies. They needed to overly hype up and boost the Diddy situation so certain people can get off the hook. Because there's certain higher ups that are doing a lot of crazier things than that person, than Diddy. There's a high possibility that through his connections, things behind the scenes are going to be paid off. Spiritual things are going to be done to get him off the hook in some type of way. People think like these people are just doing voodoo for everything. People like that, there's lawyers, bro, that you pay them a certain amount of millions, they gonna go behind the scenes to the judge. All right, look, we got 3 million on the table. You take 1.5 million and let him off the hook. I get my 1.5. We go home. Look at OJ's case. Look at Rob Kardashian. He was known for going behind the scenes paying the judge. That's why if you look at Rob Kardashian's cases, he never like put up a crazy fight.
You think Diddy's gonna be good with his child?
That's an interesting perspective.
When you living in the present moment, you literally inside the present realm. All of your gifts is in the present moment. Everything you want out of life can only be acquired through the present moment. Your intuition is the strongest in the present moment. That's why you be getting a gut feeling when you about to do something. When you be like, something told me not to do that. Yeah, that's God or your ancestors or whatever you want to call it. The past and the future do not exist. Those are just illusions. The past and the future is in the present moment. That's why if you sit with yourself long enough through meditation while you sober, the past, all that energy from the past will start to come up. And that's the only way you really can heal, to be honest. The key is to be present while you feel your traumas. So then you can transmute that energy. That's called alchemy, where you can transmute fear into courage and pain into art. The only way to truly heal and do that is be in the present moment, fam. As far as for the future, people do be in their head a lot coming up with imaginary ways on how they gonna be successful. That's the ego trying to control how things in the universe is gonna happen. Only God can do that. That's why when you come up with a plan, don't it never go to plan? Most of the time. That's because real success comes from your authentic intuition telling you what to do next to become successful. All of your ideas will come from your soul. The right direction will come from your soul, from God. Then you use your brain and your ego to work with your soul to get the job done. Don't just follow your ego. Don't let your ego be the shepherd and you the sheep. Let your soul, God, lead the way. And if somebody doubting you, telling you don't do that, it's not gonna work. Don't internalize their doubts. Use your intuition to decipher. Your intuition, aka your soul, will keep you going no matter who doubts you. Your mama, your daddy, your friends, that won't matter. The key is to become strong in the present moment, fam. Accept, transmute, and ascend, fam. Love y'all, peace. Hood milk. I ain't a burger.
Oh, hell no. He turned that bitch too vicious.
I found out my husband had been cheating again. This time, I just acted like I didn't know until he got his settlement. My husband...
To put in 10K, then multiply by 10 again. I got famous bitches, not mine.
So, if y'all wondering how I be finding my clips, scrolling through the For You page to make sure my algorithm get good. And look at this. Look what's showing up.
I'm back.
From 18 and homeless to working on my...
I got color in book a couple days ago, but I'm just chilling now at the park. I like being out in nature really helps.
Yes, nature does help, man. For real. Yo, get outside, man. You having a depressed day, you having a slow day, get outside, take yourself outside, get some of that green, earthly energy. For real, it's no games, man. If you feeling down, go outside, get some of that earthly energy, man. Because I know I do. So, connect with the earth, man. Especially if you can't connect with no one else. Connect with the earth at least.
He left me in the car with his phone open. Should I go through it? He left me in.
He got all them apps closed. All of them got locks on it. He 10 steps ahead. Dang. Nah, he got something in that phone there. That's crazy.
Someone fucking explain to me how a fucking waterfall works. Where
Right.
does this fucking water come from?
Exactly.
Just unlimited water comes down forever, and then you might say, oh, it comes from like a lake or an ocean. What, there's an ocean on top of the fucking mountain? Where the fuck does this water keep coming from? Oh, is it snow melting? What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? It just comes unlimited forever? It's just unlimited water comes down? Where the fuck does it come from? And if it comes from an ocean or a lake, does it just climb up? Someone fucking explain to me how a fucking...
No, that is true though. Like, where is that water coming from? And that waterfall go on forever. It's waterfalls, like, it's something deeper behind it, huh? What do y'all think? Dang, I never thought of it like that.
The system wasn't built for you to win. You went to school to memorize facts you never use. You were trained to raise your hand, wait your turn, and follow instructions. Then they told you, get a job, work 40 hours a week, give half of it to tax, retire at 67 if you're lucky. That's not a life. That's a script.
Yep.
And most people don't question it because they're too tired from living it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's when you realize freedom was never going to be handed to you. You have to build it. And that's why I teach digital products, because ownership is the only way out. No boss, no begging, no clocking. You move different when you know the system was never designed to serve you. It was designed to use you. Break the script or stay stuck in it. The system wasn't built for you.
Damn, these are some fat asses. Look what they're going next. they don't have a... No tienen... Hey, no tienen llena. Look, no tienen llena estas mujeres. Miren lo que me voy a comer, guys. Unas empanaditas.
What is that?
¿Quieren? Para los que no han venido a la Tropicana Bakery, Cuban Café,
Puerto Rican.
Muy buenas, se las recomiendo. Nomás esas me voy a comer. En Downey, California.
Puerto Rican.
I know the fuck you lying.
Ooh.
I just know this ain't
What happened?
I just know the fuck you lying. I just know better.
Did she get robbed?
I just know better. I just know better.
They gotta get charged. They gotta get charged. They gotta get charged.
How long did she live here? This was Princess.
Oh wait, who did tell you that she was moving out of here like in a rush?
Look at the blinds.
I know the fuck you lying.
I'm about to show y'all how someone left their unit trashed, and honestly, this ain't even rare. It says 85% of the units are left like this or worse. And them folks wonder why rent keeps going up. But that ain't our fault though. To the good tenant, that's not our fault. Don't try to bring the bill, rent up because of other people. It's fucked up. I ain't gonna lie.
So Elon Musk breaks his silence and he is finally speaking up about the sun. He is warning y'all about the great solar flash that is to come. And not just that. Meanwhile, you have Florida's senator passing out. Why? Well, because Florida skipped spring and jumped straight into blistering summer. Have y'all been seeing the wildfires lately, y'all? This is a warning for what's to come.
Eventually, all life on Earth will be destroyed by the sun. The sun is gradually expanding. And so we do, at some point, need to be a multi-planet civilization because Earth will be incinerated.
I'm hearing this for the first time. No one's ever told me the sun is going to burn Earth.
Disputed fact.
And I didn't know this was our destiny, to get roasted by the sun.
Yes. And
see, they know. This is why they racing against the sun. They know. Look at him. And he's a y'all saw in love. He's a Palladian. Elon Musk is a Palladian for sure. And Donald Trump might be a Palladian too. I don't care. We're living with beings on a planet that's trying to live with us, coexist with us, but they don't want to. That don't even make sense. Now we got to fight for a planet. It never should have got to this point. It should have never really got to this point. It's dumb. They could have just coexist with us, and things would have went a lot more smoother. But this is what they wanted. They wanted to bring in false power, more control. I can't stand these people, man.
And I don't think there's anyone who would disagree with that.
So, Governor, forgive me. I've got to sit down because I am not feeling well.
Hey, we got you.
It's that heat.
I always say when these people are talking to the public, they are talking to their people, meaning the NPCs, the people who are part of the Moon Matrix hologram. Because the indigenous people who were part of the original Matrix before the New World Order is still going to be here. And yes, the New World Order was them coming in and installing a New World Order because we had the old world before they got here. And then no surprise as to why you have Senator, like the movie Sinners was telling us, right? Senator ill, Liana, right? And they're all falling ill. You can't make this stuff up. The universe is speaking to us. And then just to add insult to injury, they have a melanated man grab her and say, I got you, I got you. Now, I could be reaching here, but we already know with the sun intensifying and the planet changing, you're going to need another spacesuit in order to be able to operate and maneuver in this new reality. That's why we feel this change is happening within our DNA right now. These people get into our minds by way of subconscious programming. This over here is a subtle way of subconscious programming because you would have no idea. This looks innocent, but it's really not.
The time these young people get ready to have children, they will realize that as the hole in the ozone layer gets larger and larger, more and more sunlight is allowed to enter our environment, and more people who have pale faces are going to die of melanoma, which is a skin cancer that you get if you don't have enough melanin in your skin. Let me tell you, people of color are going to be very much in demand for reproduction in the future. And mark my words, you're laughing now, but you wait 20 years. You won't even have to wait 20 years, because they're going to see that if they want their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren to survive, they're going to have some melanin in their skin. That's the way it's going to be. This is going to take care of itself.
So Elon Musk.
Now I'm gonna say this though. Some of y'all gonna be able to make it though, for real. If you're aware, you don't got no like hate in your heart, you gonna be able to connect for real, man. So some of you, I don't know, it's not everybody. Some of y'all got some of that energy from y'all ancestors. You just you better call off that energy. Like that's not me, right?
He tight. Go, he about to fall. Yeah! He about to fall. He tight. Go. He tight. He can't take it. Go.
He gonna mess around, turn around and arrest him.
Go. He tight.
Oh yeah, GG's.
He tight.
Oh man, that's tough.
Y'all ever seen some clouds that look like a turtle shell, man? Cloud like a turtle shell, man. Look at that. Can y'all see the turtle shell designs in them clouds? That's the best view I can get, guys. I don't even know. What is that, bro? Like the bottom of a foot or something. Like, the bottom of an ocean floor. What is that? And
That's a
of course,
good example.
These puffy guys, they're where they're around. Y'all know good and well them cumulus clouds right there are not the cumulus clouds of late. I think they cloak ships. That's what I think. But yeah, man, look at that turtle shell. It's crazy.
So apparently, if you keep to yourself and don't bother people, it apparently bothers people. So apparently...
That is true.
Y'all, that was not a meteor. That was not a fireball falling out of the sky. What that was debris that's falling from the galactic war that's happening in our skies. So a lot of us can agree that the storms that we have been having lately has been very weird. In addition to that, a lot of us have been hearing these booms from the sky that sound like...
Nah, you gonna hear them booms. I was in Dallas. We have some crazy storms, for real. Not like rain and wind. It was just like you hear these loud booms, and it's barely lighting outside. You know, like dang, what's going on in the sky? Right?
Like it is out of this world, and that's because it actually is. So keep in mind, the solar flares are about to hit the earth even more. In addition to that, the sun is about to get 100 times hotter. And the reason for this is because the earth is shifting, and in turn, it is forcing us to shift as well as vibrate higher. We are in the process of moving from the 3D to the 5D.
Yep, and that is why when you eat nowadays, you get full so fast. Our bodies are changing, our minds are changing, our consciousness is changing. Things are just changing. Everything gotta evolve. Especially in this spiritual warfare that we're going through. It has to upgrade it. And everything has to get upgraded. And we made it like this for a reason, because we knew this was the time this would happen. Just in case if something like this happened. I don't think this is ever gonna happen ever again though. And I honestly, I think this planet is gonna become more magical. For real.
As this happened, we are about to see entities, beings, and things that we have never seen before. Y'all, we are about to see animals that we thought was extinct, or better yet, animals that we did not even know existed. I told y'all when that sun was red, that planet Nibiru was pulling up. To all my chosen ones, y'all already know what time it is. We up next. Let's go.
Whether aliens are fighting in the sky, whether if this is all a simulation or a matrix or whatever, You need to make sure that you doing what you doing to be on the right side of life. That's all.
And dude,
I just walked out the door. You can't tell me that's not a spaceship. You cannot tell me that this is not a spaceship. You can't. You cannot. That's. I just
it
walked out
do
the door. You
like a
can't.
spaceship, a cloak spaceship.
Man, I'm so pissed right now. I need somebody to bring me some lace front glue. Look at this.
Ah,
Lace front won't even stay down. Check me out. Man, I'm so
ah.
pissed right now.
You know that car old.
Guys.
This is crazy. All right, look. Now, I'm gonna do some little doom scrolling here and there. But look, man. I be looking for clips. It gets hard after a while. And at the end of the day, we just here to have a good time. So if I don't like the clip, I'm gonna skip it. If I do like the clip, we're gonna watch it together. Let's check it out though.
If your God was so powerful, you wouldn't have to chase people down in parking lots to prove it. And if your path is so divine, it would speak for itself instead of screaming through others. And if your religion truly brought peace, it wouldn't be tied to every single empire, war, and genocide since its invention. You Christians are always coming into somebody else's profile in their comment section and attacking them when nobody was ever.
Exactly. Spiritual people don't do that, man. We know that it's all on us. For real, it's on us, man. And then whatever energy you put out is coming back. Remember that. And then we don't put no fear mongering and all, bro. Spirituality is literally just you mastering yourself. That's how that's literally it. I'm gonna just put it just like that, man. At the end of the day, bro, it's you versus you every day, man. Every day. Even when I get up here and make these videos, it's me versus me. I can choose to stop what I'm doing or keep going. You know, even when the views is not looking right, I gotta take that on the chin and just keep pushing. You know, I'm not finna. No, this is my life. I am in control of my life, my reality, and ain't no, it's not none of that. It's you. It always been you.
Ever talking to you in the first place. But let me tell you something, you got the one and the two, because you're never going to fearmonger me into your beliefs. I don't need your God to be good. I don't need your book to be wise. I don't need your fear to be protected. Fallen angels is your mythology, but where the confusion comes in is that you're assuming that everyone else's deities and beliefs and religions have to answer to your cosmology. Orisha and Loa aren't fallen from anything. They were never a part of your biblical storyline to begin with. Calling indigenous deities little while quoting a book full of angels mating with humans that's mating giants is peak protection. And if we gonna be 100% real with it, what you doing quoting the book of Enoch anyway? Wasn't it removed from your Bible? Don't nobody want Jesus to come back more than I do for y'all. Because I promise you, the Jesus that y'all keep saying that y'all...
Wait. Bro, she's funny. I ain't gonna lie, she's funny. For y'all. Hey, quote, for y'all. Oh my God. Nah, she is funny. Nah, that is true though. I get it. Like, everybody got their own beliefs, but you really gotta be real with yourself. Why would you need a book to know how to, to know? Like, if it was real, it would just be like in your soul. You don't need a book, man. That's why I really don't like. I can't get with it. It's like, man, I wasn't born with a book. You know, everything is in my soul. Like, my soul is all knowing. You know, that's why I not understand. Like, why we gotta read a book in order to believe in something? That don't make sense. It just don't. It never made sense, and it still won't make sense. But you know, everybody got their own perspectives on things, so it's like it is what it is, man. It's your perspective, so and it's your life, so you choose.
Worship wouldn't even mess with y'all because the way my logic, critical thinking, and reading comprehension skills are set up from reading that Bible, Jesus ate with outcasts, not empire puppets, and he challenged religious leaders, not co-signed them. Jesus said, "You will know them by their fruits, not church attendance." And he never once said, "Go forth and harass strangers at the grocery store until they cry." And the thing is, I don't have a problem with Christianity or Christians, but the difference between me and you is that I'm against bullying and forced conversion, and I don't ever need to prove or convince you to believe in what I believe. And it's a shame that y'all don't feel the same way. If your God was so powerful, you
That's
would.
a deep though. Nah, she right though. If you gotta force people, somebody to believe in it, you almost don't believe in it yourself. That's tough, man.
White women are no longer the beauty standard.
Hmm?
White women are no longer the beauty standard. If we're going to dismantle white supremacy, we got to start there. Because
Nah, shout out to the black woman. I'm not gonna lie.
the white man has made himself God, Jesus, and then he made the white woman the ideal woman. White women, you have been put up on a pedestal that you did not earn. You have been put in a position.
We on the side of black talk, y'all. Get prepared. All right. If you're not black, my bad. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause my bad.
That we are all supposed to aspire to be for no fucking reason. And that is why our society is the way it is right now. We're just talking women to women. We grew up thinking we're supposed to aspire to be you. But in this moment right now, you guys have proven to be the lowest of the low. And I'm talking about our election. Yes, we had the No Kings parade. We had all the ICE protests. And we all shined a light on the Hispanics, their wrong voting practices. But we really, really, really need to come back to y'all. We need to come back to y'all. A big reason why we're where we are right now is because white women were not on code, making all of us believe that you guys stood for something, that you guys stood for womanhood, for humanity. You guys making us believe you guys even care about your own reproductive rights. And when it came down to it, you voted against yourself again. You don't know what to do with the power that you've been given because you did not earn it. And so it has to be taken away until you work as hard as everybody else has to work to show up so we can make some change in this country. But you white women have been hiding behind this idea of being the beauty standard. You've been hiding behind that. This idea that you're submissive and you're small and you're tiny and you're weak and you're terrified and you're emotional and you just don't know what to do. Meanwhile, you're voting to kill us? So we can't trust you. You have no backbone. You're weak, you're submissive, and no matter what the fuck you guys are saying online, you're still male-centered because when it comes down to it, you vote against yourselves and you vote for the white man who we all know don't give a fuck about you no way. So you don't even know how to make good decisions. The one thing you guys fought for, was the women's suffrage movement. And 2 generations later, you voted away? You guys are telling us, don't, forget about slavery. You guys were not there during slavery. Don't connect to your ancestors. But you guys need to connect to your ancestors just so you know what you at least fought for. You guys voted the one thing you guys fought for and showed up for, you voted it away for white men who would kill you at the drop of a dime? That's not beautiful, guys. That's not beautiful. You know what beauty is? Beauty is power and courage and strength. It's saying what you mean and meaning what you say. It's showing up when it counts. It's going against whatever systems are in place because you know that they are bad for you and everybody else. It's not crying when things go bad. It's sacrificing something. It is the Indian girl that has to work nights at her mom's liquor store just so they can have a better life. It's the Hispanic girl that walked across Mexico for 2 months just to get to America to have a better life. It's the Cambodian girl whose entire family was murdered in the genocide.
Wait a minute. Walking 2 months just to get to America. Oh man. We got people out here really doing that, huh? It's crazy.
And she came to America for a better life because she's the only one left. It is the Sudanese refugee that saw her mom get killed in a refugee camp, but still came to America on her own to take her chances and live a better life. It is a black girl. It is the oldest daughter who saw her mom be a single mom and work nights and days being the mom and dad, and she decided to take her family's future and put it on her back and go out into the world and make something of herself. That is beauty. That is aspirational. That's something to become. Give me 3 reasons why white women are the beauty standard. 3 good reasons. Because being a brunette don't fucking cut it no more. Being a dirty blonde don't cut it. Being super emotional and crying doesn't fucking cut it. Not when the world is in shambles because of that shit. Everyone else is up here and white women are down here, and you're going to stay down here until you work your way up, until we can trust you, until we know that you're going to stand up no matter what. Estee Lauder, white women are no longer the beauty standard. L'Oreal, white women are no longer the beauty standard. Maybelline, white women are no longer the beauty standard. CoverGirl, white women are no longer the beauty standard. Find other people with better stories. Find other people. Because we don't want to see it no more. White women, if you want to join all of us, you are going to have to be consistent, be trustworthy, be honest, and decide, are you going to align yourselves with women and with humanity? Or are you aligning yourself with white men? And if you align yourself with white men, we get it, but we know that you're weak as fuck. And until you guys show up powerful, courageous, strong, resilient, unbreakable, you are not a part of the beauty conversation. The way
YouTube, this is for education's and person. Excuse me. This is for education's purpose only. There is nothing misleading in this video. Excuse me, I cannot talk right now. Excuse me. All right, that's enough. We had enough of that. I get it now. All right, it says, as a white woman, you told no lies. We people who look like me have a lot of work to do. Indeed. Indeed. That's dope, man. It's inspiring, man. It's crazy how much we can go through something and we can still be on top. That's amazing, man. Now that is beautiful. That is beautiful, man. For real.
The world is desensitized. Just overstimulated and desensitized.
Yep.
Death is not even surprising. And grief is not even private no more. Losing somebody just be like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Or damn, that's bold. And then shortly after, it'd be like, that shit just never happened. People too comfortable talking about something, I'm going to hell anyway. Or see you in hell. Like, why are you even, you know what I mean? Why are you saying that? You got folks walking around calling themselves demons like it's cool. Nobody got God involved. Everything is about getting the bag. Dark humor has become a norm. Like, we making fun of death and going to war like that shit is a joke or something. We making fun of that shit like that shit really funny or something. You will see blood and automatically think viral moment. We so quick to go live when somebody in distress. Why? Like, why are you going live right now? Because physical contact is entertaining. Like, you will see somebody in need and pull out your camera phone before you lend a hand. It's fucked up. I don't even know if social media was ever supposed to become a thing. Like, as a people, we need help. The world is desensitized.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse until we can't take it no more.
Godly man is boring to a worldly woman, and a godly woman is boring to a worldly man. Don't be out here unequally yoked, y'all. Godly man is
As
I
an
ain't gonna lie,
entrepreneur,
everything she just said went over my head. I had to replay that a couple times.
I can't.
Okay, Mama? Mama, I'm fine. Don't freak out. I just fell. Okay, okay. Jeez. Hope you got that on camera. Right there.
I can't go to bed. I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
Scared back puppies. Fucking cold.
Who's on this candle?
Dumbledore.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Daddy.
What is it?
Daddy.
Learn about in school.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr. What'd he do?
Oh, my bad.
For a few feathers. Probably a lot of feathers, but I really don't give a fuck. Like, I'm the don't give a fuck queen, for real, for real. But I really do feel bad for these men in this generation, because you bitches in this generation is so fucking unserious. Like, y'all so unrealistic. Y'all really be on the internet talking about some, oh, it costs to DM me, it costs to talk to me, it costs this, costs that, give me some money, pay for a bit. Bitch, who is you? Bitch, you not Beyonce, bitch. Bitch, who is you? And let's bring looks into it. A lot of you bitches be mid as fuck. Y'all be fives. You don't even be a 6 or a 7, bitch. You a 5. And you talking about some pay for this, pay for that, pay a bill. Bitch, you pay your bills, bitch. Them your bills, bitch. Why do y'all feel so obligated just because a man want to compliment you? Just because a man, being a man, he see a beautiful woman in his eyes, he got to pay for something to compliment you? He got to pay for something to motherfucking inbox you, DM you, and tell you pretty, bitch? You can't just say thank you and move on about your day. You don't have to hold a conversation with the nigga. You don't have to do that. You could simply say thank you and move along, but you bitches is so mean, so, like, y'all just, I wouldn't fuck with you bitches if I was a man. I'm telling you that right now. I'm finna say something.
At least somebody out there understand. That's tough, though. Like, that's crazy. People, like, females really be doing that. Who do they be thinking they is? All right, the next segment of this video is going to be some old clips. It didn't really get reached out to too many people. The video only got 1,000 views on it. So you guys watch this for watch time. And thank you. A typical day in Chicago.
Get off the train. Get up, sweetie. Get the move. Move. Move.
What is going on?
Don't fucking touch me, bitch. I'm gonna fuck his ass up. Everybody trying to fucking touch me. Somebody get off the train. Get your ass off the fucking train. Sweetie, come on. Hey, hold that door. Hey. This man is trying to fucking hit me.
What is going on, man?
What's up, bro? You gotta get off the train, bro. Something wrong with you, bro. I bet you I'll go. You finna get off. I bet I'll. Come on, man. All right. Chill out, man. Come on, guys.
Oh my God. W cameraman. W cameraman. I ain't gonna lie, W cameraman.
What's up, man? You gotta call the police. Hey, let's chill out. Call the police. Tripping, man. Just the lady with the keys and all that shit, bro. Chill out, bro.
No, that I ain't gonna lie, that's one thing about being in Chicago. They don't play about kids. They don't do that. That's not cool.
Look, now y'all know I'm a professional side nigga, right? So I'm chilling in my little baby spot the other day. Now, she got her own situation, but she got her own place. He got his own place. But apparently they got keys to each other places. Because we sitting here at her spot the other day chilling and vibing, and all of a sudden, we hear somebody at the door. She get up talking about, damn, he must have came in early. I thought he wasn't coming in until tomorrow. I get up, I go to the restroom. I hear him coming through the door. They start talking. I hear her tell him that, hey, my cousin I've been telling you about, he here from out of town.
He was just be getting on TikTok saying whatever, man. That boy got 10K now. I just gave my boy 10K likes. Let me see what he's saying.
He said, your cousin? She said, yeah, he in the restroom right now. So when I hear her tell him this, I go into full cousin mode. Bam, I start spraying the spray. I come up out the restroom. I said, ooh, kinfolk, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I'm sorry about that, but I've been holding that all the way here. She started laughing. She talking about, boy, you crazy. Anyway, she introduced me to old boy. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking this dude finna go straight left. When I tell you dude went into full family mode, bro, I'm talking about full family mode. Before I know it, we taking shots. He throwing food on the grill. He telling me about his sister, that his sister was finna come over. She going through a breakup. Dude did her real bad, was cheating on and handling her real raw. And we talking about this. Sister get there, sister on 10. So now I'm like, oh, man, it was just great vibe anyway. So we started all hanging out, chilling, you know what I'm saying? And it come time to leave. Now, me and the sister that struck a vibe. We've been sitting here talking and stuff like that because I can't talk to the little baby. So I'm talking to the sister. So me and the sister start vibing. So when she get ready to leave, she hit me up with the what you finna do type vibe. And, you know, so I'm like, shit, I guess I'm finna leave with you. So I leave with her. How about this morning, little mama come calling me talking about, wow, I can't believe you did that. How you just gonna get up and just gonna leave with her like that? Damn, I can't believe you. Like, I'm so through with you. I'm so through with this. And all I told her was, listen here, man, you so pissed off at somebody.
This is the one question I ask every man to see how he really thinks about a woman. Whatever they answer says everything you need to know about his fucking subconscious. Okay, are you ready? This is the question you ask. If you were a girl, what kind of girl do you think you would be? You'd be shocked. Every single man I've asked this question all have the same fucking answer, low key. There was like one or two that's like, okay. Majority, all have the same fucking answer. This is the one question.
What did they say?
We're gonna get trippy. We're gonna talk about the multiplayer game of God. At the highest level, there's only one self. Source, consciousness, God, creator. To experience itself in multiple forms, it projected itself into multiple infinite fractals. So this means that each person, each animal, each plant, each tree, each planet is a fractal of that one. So everyone is you, but experiencing from a different fractal, a different save file, if you will. This is a multiplayer mirror game. Your higher self, the you that's outside the headset, is connected to a network of multiple other higher selves. This is a multiplayer game designed for growth, evolution, and interaction. Other people are very real, but they're also mirrors. Some are coded NPCs, while others are real souls, like myself, like you, that are navigating this VR. The idea about old souls versus new souls isn't about when they were created, it's about how many simulations they've incarnated through. Old souls have deeper memory and codes, while new souls, they're newer to the illusion and still learning the rules of the game. Every person that you meet is either a frequency match or a lesson. They reflect a part that you're aware of, a part of yourself that you deny, or even a potential version of you. You're also a mirror for them. The game uses people as teachers and students simultaneously. Non-player characters, they have limited consciousness and they serve more predictable roles. Soul pods are groups of souls that reincarnate together to help awaken each other. Soul contracts are pre-coded agreements for who you'll meet and why. In summary, everyone is source playing dress up. Your reality is designed by your soul to help you remember. People are mirrors, codes, and teachers. And relationships are divine puzzle pieces to help activate your evolution. If you like this kind of content and...
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go back.
Alright, we're gonna get trippy. We're
I kind of like that concept. I'm not gonna lie. How y'all feel about that? Because I feel like we all kind of like helping each other in a way and learning from each other. It's cool, man. Like everyone's playing their part. It's dope.
Now y'all know.
No,
Well,
I'm more you.
hello. I know you're just tapping by, but like real quick,
Okay.
just want to say goodnight
Okay.
to all men.
All right.
Who think that one woman
Okay.
is enough. The rest of y'all.
That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. All I need is one. Feel me?
That is all.
What was that laugh though? Wait a minute, ma'am. What? That was a creepy laugh. What was that laugh? Did you wait a minute? Replay that. What was that laugh?
Good night.
That was creepy. I appreciate the good night, but that laugh.
That is all.
She might be a witch. I ain't gonna lie. She might just be a witch. I'm just saying. Now we're gonna be here for a couple hours, so y'all gonna have to lock in, man. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, that's real though. You really only need one. You feel me? That's really good. That's fine.
Now, bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Why do he keep popping up on my For You page? I don't know you. I don't know you, my nigga.
This song is for.
Is that in Korean?
Do you think they're Do you think they're cheating but their phone is spotless? Well, I'm about to show you secret apps that cheaters use to hide everything. And I'm not only going to show you what the apps are, but I'm going to show you how you could potentially find them on Android and on iPhone. These apps look innocent or they won't even show up on the home screen. These apps are cloning apps. So we're talking parallel space, dual space. There are plenty of variations. For example, let's say that you're looking at their WhatsApp. Well,
How many of y'all got cheated on? How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel? Or did you get your revenge? Or you didn't care? How did that make you feel? All right, well, I haven't experienced that. And I don't want to. So leave me alone. I ain't gonna lie. Don't leave me alone. Say goodbye.
They're probably using a cloned WhatsApp on the Parallel app for their secret affairs. Let's start with the easiest version of how you look. You can go into your app store and look for the fucking apps. Most Androids actually have a cloning feature built into them. You'll go into settings, advanced, then you're gonna get into features, and then you're gonna see dual messenger. If that is toggled
Nah,
on,
people
that's
really be
problem.
going in
You can
depth
also
to
go
find
into your
out.
settings, screen time, and app usage, and if you see Snapchat or IG on there and you don't see it on the home screen, it's probably cloned. Let's talk iPhone real quick. You're going to want to get onto your Spotlight search and you're going to want to search keywords.
Wait a minute. You can clone apps now? What? I didn't know you could do that.
Hide, secret, lock. Some of these apps can also be hidden in things like calculator vaults. Do you think they're cheating but their phone is...
That's kind of crazy. If you going that deep, if you going that far down, that's crazy. You need to lock you up. No, I'm just talking.
Do y'all for real be mad at us? Or y'all just be listening to y'all dumb, hating, lonely, single-ass homegirls that think they a love doctor, but they can't keep a nigga they damn self. And they think that they your damn mama trying to make all these decisions for you. Like it's their life.
CPAP.
They took you to the hospital?
Okay, they're coming right now. But what's going? So if I told you, you could.
You know, it gives me anxiety.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought that was Will Smith.
Exposing these people. And by these people, today specifically, I'm referring to Tyler Perry and Will Smith. Have you ever noticed just how similar they look? and how symmetrical their faces are. But it's not only that.
They don't look that
sound an awful
similar.
lot alike, which I'm going to show you in a second.
I'm not gonna lie, they don't look that similar. I get you trying to make your content, my guy, but they don't look that similar. I'm just being real. Do y'all see the similarity? I don't see it for real. Probably the beard. They don't really look alike.
And there's some more things I found very
His nose is high, and Will Smith's nose is
Before we get to
no.
those interesting things like how their girlfriend and wives look suspiciously similar as well, you ever heard them talk?
It's very sentimental for me, and we do a lot of shooting down here for a lot of the shows. It's always really fun and powerful. You know, we came home, and it's like he had stayed up late to see his Uncle Will. Very sentimental for me, and we do a lot of shooting down here for a lot.
I wonder if they were trying to tell us anything back in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air days when he was wearing a fat suit. I wonder if they move alike at all. Do you think they move alike?
His mother, so it's the 3 generations. It's called Red Table Talk. It's on Facebook. It's actually
Look how similar they move their hands.
it's actually fantastic. The episodes I could.
He reaching. I can't. He reaching.
So if I told you, you can
reaching. Copyright.
I would catch it, not tell a bitch I had, then give it to it and catch it again. What? You sitting there just like you chilling. You think I'm finna sit up here all fucking day and work your shit? You play soccer? Yes. Duh. Oh. What else? Share your porn search preference or take a shot. Big ebony ass. Hello? Cuanto mucho for the head. Oh. We had an Airbnb. The lady who came to clean the house, the whole crew ass fat. Excuse me, cleaning ladies. Is it any way to pay a little extra for some head? Donald Trump was on Epstein Island. The nigga was there. Fuck all the allegations about you wanting to offer yourself. You can't spell. Ask for her. Jesus.
He said, you can't spell.
Lord have mercy. Bring back bullying. A lot of y'all niggas wouldn't be moving how y'all moving, but nigga could bully you out loud.
That is true. I'm not gonna lie, that is true. Some people do need to get bullied. I ain't gonna lie.
My business has grown so much in the past.
You sitting over there crying over that raggedy motherfucker who hasn't seen a dentist since they got free dental care in elementary school. And you thought they were going to do what? This simple bitch with the mommy daddy issues mentally throw the fuck off. Living in a constant state of delusion and fantasy. Their outlook on life and our outlook on life is totally different. They don't view things the way that we view them. The problem is you expected things of them that they didn't even expect of their motherfucking self.
1 second. Am I tripping? Did her mode just move?
You believed in them, and so you wanted to pour into their needy ass.
Yes, ma'am.
You wasted your time, effort, energy, and resources trying to help this simple bitch. They are who they were always meant to be. A nothing motherfucker.
Yes, ma'am.
And they will continue to be that way. With whoever they get with. Those problems will continue to follow them.
Okay.
They don't have the good sense to work on themselves before hopping into the next situationship, relationship, marriage. Because they blamed everything on you.
What happened?
They'll keep running into the same situation over and over again. Cycle after cycle after cycle.
Yes, ma'am.
The definition of doing something and expecting the same outcome is insanity.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. That's why you gotta switch it up. You think I'm doing something different today? I'm just scrolling through here and see what I find. If you watch, you watch. I'm here. That's all that matters.
Okay, I am not trying to freak you out. However,
We live in a
this will
simulation.
be a lot.
Okay.
This will be very trippy. So if you are mentally unstable, I highly suggest you scroll. Just don't watch this. After watching the Google VO3 video thing that's gone viral, it reminds you that we are basically living in a simulation.
Right.
Our brains can only experience reality from one perspective, meaning that we technically have no tangible proof that anything outside our mind is even real. Because we don't experience reality, we perceive reality. What does that mean? Well, basically, that means you have no proof that right now you are in a coma and you are someone completely different other than yourself, and this entire life that you're living is just a dream. You have no proof. You have no proof that you're not an alien right now who took a toke and is basically hallucinating this entire life, because you have no proof that anything outside of your perceived mind, your perceived reality, actually exists, meaning you live in a simulation. Whatever you perceive is what you think reality is. You actually don't have any tangible proof of what it is. So, if what you perceive is reality, that means that your brain is not only the one perceiving it, but it's
Pause. I want to put in my input real quick. No, because like for real, what is reality? You think about it, like, what is reality? Right now, my reality is recording this video. Right now, literally, that's my reality. But if I go to the gym, that's my reality. I'm in the gym working. That's my reality. Or I'm getting up. I'm going to sleep. That's my reality. What is reality? You know, like when you really think about it, what is reality? For real. And when I think of it like that, like every little segment of life is just another reality or universe. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is in their own reality. Right now, somebody's reality is probably watching this video right now or walking outside right now in the sun, riding a bike. It's crazy to think of it like that too. So y'all let me know. What is reality? What is reality? Feel me? Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that.
also the one creating it, because it's the interpreter. So now you are both the creator and the experiencer of your own reality. You are both the programmer and the experiencer of your simulation.
Right.
What does that mean? That means that you have full control over what simulation you want to experience. You want to experience a simulation where you're rich, where you're wealthy, you get to program that. You want to experience a simulation where you're successful, you're lucky, you're abundant, you can program that.
Okay.
You want to experience a reality where everything goes well for you. You are loved. You are infinitely loved and safe. You get to program it.
Yes, ma'am.
But it is up to you to program it. And you can't program a game by playing it. What do I mean by this? Let's say you're in a video game. Let's say life is a video game. I mean, life is a game.
Yeah.
Let's say life is a video game. You don't change the video game by playing it. You change it by reprogramming it. If your mind is the one experiencing the game of life, you don't change life.
I think she just kind of broke it down for me. Reality is just whatever you want to experience. That's what reality is. It's like a video game. You want to play that game? You want to play 2K today? It's like choosing your food. You know what I'm saying? That's what reality is. It's just a simulation that you want to experience. Simple as that.
You change your mind. In order to experience a different life, a different reality, you have to change your mind. This is the programming. You want to change the simulation you experience, change the programming. That's it. That's literally it. When I discovered this, when it finally clicked for me,
that I had been trying my entire life to change other people, to change the situation, to try something new, to move somewhere new. I kept trying to change my world. I kept trying to change the reality from the outside rather than changing my mind. You know what that's the equivalent of? That's the equivalent of looking in the mirror, seeing that you have a spot of food somewhere, you ate spaghetti, you got spaghetti sauce on your face. You look in the mirror, and instead of wiping the spaghetti sauce off of your face, instead you try wiping it off of the mirror. You are trying to change the reflection of your mind, the projection of your mind. You're trying to change the simulation instead of changing the programming. You need to change the programming. You need to look in here. You need to look in here, and you need to reprogram that shit if you want to experience different results. Swear to God. Swear to God, as soon as I learned this, that's when I started earning 7 figures. That's when I started to respect myself, love myself. I started to literally quantum leap. Things that took me decades to manifest before were becoming immediate. Because there is no time delay. There's no time delay with manifestation because you are both the creator and the experiencer. You are God. You are God experiencing life in its human form. Energy is not created or destroyed. Energy is not created or destroyed. You don't exist. This world doesn't exist. You are one with the collective consciousness, which is God, which is the universe.
Indeed.
You have all the power in your hands, in your soul. Stop trying to change the reflection. Stop trying to change the simulation. Change the programming. And follow for more.
I like that. That was good. That was good. That's definitely a good way to live life. For real, man. You know, create your reality. Create the reality that you want to experience, man. What is reality? Whatever you make it.
So I like what I see when I'm looking at you when I'm walking past the mirror.
That boy be snapping. I ain't gonna lie.
My head on straight, I got my vibe right. I ain't gonna let you kill it.
Y'all don't know about that Mary J. Blige. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all too young for that, man. Y'all don't know about that.
Story time on how I was SA'd. Tattoo artist. Okay, so for the record, I went by myself.
Bro, TikTok is crazy, man. You literally get to tap into their reality. This is crazy. Let's see what she's saying.
I had a tattoo appointment in New Orleans. 3 o'clock yesterday. That's the time my appointment was for. He was a little late or whatever, but he had came like 30 minutes later or whatever. Mind you, I went to his house. He said he had another shop, but it was further than his house. So I just went to the closest one, which was his house. Okay, mind you, this is not my first time going by myself to get a tattoo. This is my first time going to him. We followed each other on Instagram for a while, but I thought he was like a cool person or whatever. Like, he seemed like cool, he seemed really cool. Okay. So I had on this brown 2-piece set. Y'all know those Target 2-piece sets or whatever. So it was shorts and a shirt. Mind you, the tattoo that I got is on my leg, but the area is only right here. I have work done up here, but he wasn't working on that. So, however, he ended up telling me, like, pull up my shorts on the side. So I pulled my shorts up on the side, but like, I guess
Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. All right, let's see what she's saying.
No, enough. So he wanted to roll them up. So like, he rolled it into my underwear. So now it's like I have on like a swimsuit. That's what my shorts are looking like on both sides, both legs. My shorts are rolled up. Okay, and so he put paper towels in like the creases of my shorts or whatever. So I'm thinking maybe he didn't want the ink to get on me or whatever. I'm not sure because I do have a tattoo like on the back side. Okay, so I'm on the table, the tattoo table, and the first red flag was he pulled the table down, like pulled it down to where like I'm almost on the floor, and he pulled his seat down, but his legs wasn't under the table. His legs was like leveled with the table. So it's like your knees are going to be on my back if you do my tattoo, right? Okay. So as he's doing that or whatever, he's doing my tattoo. I'm kind of feeling uncomfortable. So I text my friend. I'm like, I think his private area is on my back or whatever. But I'm like, maybe I'm tripping. So a couple minutes go by, and then he started like using my other leg and like twisting, like pulling open my shorts, and like he would set his, right there. And so I would like scoot over. Mind you, I'm by myself. I'm in New Orleans. I'm in his house. If you know, then you know. Like, I don't know what to do at this point. So like, I don't want to text anybody. Well, I don't want to call anybody and tell them to come get me or come, and I don't know what type of stage of mind he's in. Mind you, you pulling in, so it's no telling like what you're really capable of. So the whole time he's like steady doing that. Every time I scoot over, he'll pull me back or like literally grab me and turn me, and it's like I'm sitting on his lap. Like I'm literally basically laying on his lap, and I'm like, I'm finna fall. He's like, no, you're fine. Da da da. I'm like, okay, so like I'm just ready for it to be over. So I'm literally texting everybody. I didn't got on the phone. I'm calling everybody. I'm like, I'm trying to play it off. Like, yeah, I gotta go, and he's still not stopping. It's not phasing him none whatsoever, and he's still opening up my pants, my shorts, and sticking his right there. And so this happened the whole time. I was there from 3 o'clock all the way up until 9, 10 o'clock, and he would not stop. And so around like 9 o'clock, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. I got work in the morning, this, that, and the third. So he's like, oh, well, let me just draw out what I'm gonna finish later. So that was a whole another like 30 minutes. And I'm just like, you're not done yet, you know? Like, I'm just trying to get out of here safely without being, you know. So he wouldn't stop. He would not stop at all. And I just came on here to tell my story because I feel like he's done this to other people because I don't know you from a can of paint. And you just did that. And then on top of that, he sent me my money back. That's how you know you're guilty of something. Like, I didn't say anything. I played it so cool. When I got in the car, I cried because I know this happened to somebody before. And it's like, why would you even like do anything like that? Like, that's so weird. He never gave off that vibe or anything, but it's like, you don't know nowadays. And that's why you literally, if you're going somewhere, guys, go with somebody. Don't be like me. Do not be like me. Like, seriously. It's like the whole time he's literally pulling open. This is my clothes. He's pulling it to the side and he's sticking his thing right there. And even like if he'll turn around and like get something off the table, he'll literally still have it in there. He'll be like this and keep it in there, and he'll just turn around like this. And I'm just like, I'm literally shaking on the table. Like, I'm so ready to go. I'm irritated. I'm scared for my life. I didn't know what to do. And I feel like if I called the police, he was gonna kill me. My name is Julia, and I'm gonna be doing.
Wow, that is crazy. Females really be going through it. I mean, females can really go through stuff like this, brother. That's crazy. Dang.
As a Medtronic partner, let me show you why.
Excuse me, sir. Would you want to make a $1 donation with the South Car 18 so we can buy team jersey season?
Okay, let me see what I got.
I bet. Appreciate you, old school.
Okay, man. Okay, young blood. Just make sure you do what you say you're going to do.
I am, bro. Appreciate you.
Go out here and spend the money for something else now.
No, I'm not. Appreciate you, sir.
All right.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day. Appreciate you, old school.
Appreciate you, old school.
Old school.
That boy, old school.
Here. Open your eyes, baby.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, Juju's birthday.
This is fire. He's gonna love it right now. He's in the back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit.
What? It's a little birthday party.
Little birthday party.
They got ice cream truck.
Hi guys. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? Hello. You hired them?
What?
You hired these people?
Yeah.
Call them. Hey,
You don't like it?
I love it. It's just a lot. It's a lot.
Look.
Hey,
It's a little store.
Doing? You hired them too?
Yeah. Look, the braiding section.
You got vending machines? You pay for vending machines in this bitch, babe? You said a little birthday party. Just get the motherfucker a pool.
I did. Look at the pool and the floaties.
Do we have lifeguards?
Yeah, we have lifeguards too. You don't like it?
Let me talk to you real quick. I like this. How you doing? I like
Braiding.
I like it a lot, but who? How you doing? Who paid for this shit? Come here, let me talk to you real quick. Who paid for this shit?
You and me.
You and me.
We got fresh coconut water.
Making live coconuts right now, babe. For how much this shit cost?
Babe.
I'm not playing, babe.
Adriana hook us up.
Nah, my bank called me and I declined the call because I didn't think nothing was wrong with my shit. I could see why they called me twice. They left 2 voicemails, but my shit's so full, I didn't hear it.
We both pay for it, not only you.
Baby, we both what, man? Stop saying we both. I don't remember spending shit, baby. We paid for the Airbnb. I thought that was it. Get it together.
This is cool, though. That's dope, man. You definitely remember that birthday party, for real.
This is the behind-the-scenes secret.
Pick it up, Cuddle. I knew my pussy ate. Strawberry daiquiri. I need some hair right now. Pick it up, Cuddle.
What?
I knew.
I think we should skip it. I don't know. I'm just not really feeling it. World War III, folks. Hard pass. We've got enough going on stateside. We've got the No Kings riots set to kick off this weekend. No kings. We like kings, actually, folks. We like one king in particular, quite frankly. The King of Kings, our Lord and Savior. I don't know. Maybe you've heard of him. With that being said, God bless, good night, and good luck. I think we
People, I didn't want to tell you this, but I have no choice. All-Star Weekend in Toronto. Steph Curry, he says, Kevin, come here. He lifts up his arm. The man had mechanical shit in his arm. wires and shit. He's a robot. He's not real. A lot of people fail to realize that every player in the NBA, majority of your players in the NBA, all right, they either get cloned and replaced, or they are flat out Mach 5 robots, synthetic robots. Now, synthetic is the key word. So what are your synthetics? Synthetics mean these robots are advanced. They have skin, they breathe in and out, they get tired, they can sweat, they have pores, they have penises, they have vaginas, their penis can get hard, their vagina can get wet, they can have kids, they can adjust. This is why they are Mach 5 robots. Mach 1s were not the best. That's why they kept increasing. Mach 1, then Mach 2, Mach 3, Mach 4, Mach 5. They even got underground trains in these cities that take you from fucking China to over here like in a snap. These are your Mach 5 trains. Facts.
What the heck? Nah, how they synced up like that? Come on now. What?
What is the coach telling Steph Curry in the huddle? Okay, Steph, get the ball, do what you do, let it go from half. I've never seen a player with the ability to do what this man is doing. He's shooting from wherever the fuck he chooses to, man.
Nah, come on, man. Something ain't right about that. That's not normal, man. That's not normal. Mm.
I have a clone. I was gonna say that. There's two of you. Cat's out the bag. Okay? It's about a good 3 of me. We broke it. They didn't want to release it yet. This is major news that I'm giving you. All right. I'm the first person to ever use it. I'm cloned. Okay. I appreciate that's why I'm able to do all that I do. All right. Movie coming out this weekend. What was it like working with The Rock? I have a clone. I have a clone. I have a clone. I have a clone. I was gonna say that. There's two of you.
People,
I wouldn't be surprised. Y'all remember they cloned Tyrone. I remember that.
Hi, how you doing? Could you hang up the cell phone?
Sure. I looked at the speedometer. I was only going 35.
What's your driver's license registration, please?
Borrow from your. Hey, what's that? What's happening, twin? I'm Maybach backing it.
Where the fuck are all the black men that work an actual job? Why the fuck is all of these hood niggas in my DMs? I don't fuck with y'all. I don't like rappers. I don't like trappers. I don't like scammers. I don't like drug dealers. I don't like none of that shit. If you flip a brick and tote a gun and pop purse, I don't want you. I want a nigga that go to work and come home. Literally. I don't want no nigga that's trying to spit hot shit, bullshit at that, in the booth. Wasting the people's studio motherfucking time. I don't like men like that. Okay, I'm with the FedEx workers, post office workers. I really want a blue collar nigga who work with his hands, a carpenter or something. I don't want what y'all are offering me. Please go find you a trap queen, a bitch that's gonna hold you down and take them charges. Cause I promise, the police come to me with the bullshit, you're going to jail. Where the fuck are all the?
Yeah, that's funny. Dang. Yeah, that I ain't gonna lie. That's old. You do not have to do that, man. Become a streamer or something. Man, do YouTube. That lifestyle right there, you either gonna end up gone or you gonna end up gone again in jail. Tough.
Someone told me to watch this clip.
You'll never guess what this actually means, and the method is downright horrifying.
So do you believe in aliens now, after all of this research?
I think they walk among us, and I think that some of you know. I think we're all familiar with some of them. I think they're right here with us, and we just don't know who they are. So
do you?
Wait, why did he not play in the new Matrix? He was Morpheus in Matrix, right? No, that's Morpheus, right? Yeah.
Hey, for anybody. Hey, bitch, I said no ice. Y'all got me fucked up.
Ain't nobody got you fucked up but that spine begging for mercy under that full back ass back.
I've been waiting. Where my fucking food? Motherfucker, it's been 37 seconds. Shut your hungry big back ass gremlin looking ass down before I throw you in the fryer and call it a combo.
Big back motherfuckers, I'm on break.
What the fuck are you wearing?
Maybe if you minded your fucking business instead of them 3 chins, you'd still have a man, cripple bitch.
I'm a badass bitch.
You ugly as fuck. What?
You mad? Look like a dumpster fucked a Foot Locker, crawled out looking like Jeepers Creepers, cockeyed bitch. Bitch, how the fuck my card declined? Maybe because your shit gave up and bounced harder than a stripper in 8-inch stilettos on a Saturday night.
Bitch, what the fuck can I get for you?
A $5 bag.
The only $5 bag I see is the one carrying your broke ass dreams.
Why my burger look like a damn pancake?
Maybe because it's flattened under all that back fat you carry like it's a damn backpack.
Why the ice cream machine always fucking broken?
I'm the manager, and maybe because it's tired of your fat, big back ass asking every damn time.
Hey, bitch, I said no.
AI is getting ridiculous.
For anybody thinking that I have hoes or I'm talking to anybody, no. I'm just very comfortable in my own solitude. I like being alone now. Come here, Teddy. Well,
I literally just got my free government.
Compatibility is not bonding.
If I fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? If I didn't smell so good, would you still hug me? If I got locked up.
Hey, at least she being honest though, you feel me? At least she being honest.
Up and sent this to a quarter century. Could I count on you to be there to support me mentally? If I went back.
Yo, her facial expressions is too funny. And she looks so serious. She is serious. She really mean this.
Till hoopty for my bands, would you poof and disappear like some of my friends?
Yo, this is funny to me. I'm sorry. This is funny. Dang. Yeah, that's funny. Alright, well, that was funny.
If I fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? If I didn't smell.
You ever wonder? I gotta talk about something that pissed me off yesterday. During the BET Awards yesterday, when Doechii accepted her award and dedicated her acceptance speech to everyone oppressed, Black people, Latina people, everyone in Gaza right now, the people in LA who are literally having their families torn apart, kidnapped off the street.
Wow.
The children have to defend themselves in court by themselves.
Wow.
And why was everybody looking at her like she had 6 eyes and 18 legs? Why was there no yes in the audience? Like we don't know the severity of what's going on right now. It was crickets. My eye twitch because it's really annoying me. I do not understand why it was not louder. Why we were not backing her up louder. Doechii, the queen that you are, it's okay. Because I was loud enough for everybody in my living room.
Alright, new for
Can
you,
somebody
bitch.
please tell me why in the hell these kids think that they gotta have somebody watching them? When I was a kid and I was growing up, the last fucking thing I wanted was my mom to watch me when I was playing outside. Fuck no, go inside. I don't want you nosing in my business. Yet here my kids are just begging me to come outside. But just leave me alone and let me eat in fucking peace.
No, that is true though. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to go everywhere when I went outside. Everywhere.
Giants built the pyramids, and when I said that, everyone looked at me crazy. Let's really get into the underground city that they found, or the supposed underground city.
Hold on. I gotta use it.
City that they found under the.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that.
Everywhere you turn on this internet, there's booty everywhere. There's a body everywhere. There's some type of sexual explicit aspect of a woman who has no integrity and has no morals. Women, there's some form of a man that's showing his body, showing biceps, showing triceps, and talking about how good of a man he could be, and using all that witchcraft to pull you in, to suck you in. You got to watch this spirit of lust, because that spirit of lust is dangerous. Spirit of lust will hold your purpose up. The spirit of lust will hold your destiny up. The spirit of lust will put you in a position where you can't survive, and you'll be struggling in your own mind trying to make it, because you're trying to fight against the pain that it caused. So I'm telling you, be careful with the spirit of lust. Ignore these folks on here always turning around with their booty in the air, always turning around trying to show all their aspects of their body, but ain't showing no morals, they're showing no integrity. In matter of fact, they're encouraging other people to be like them. Watch it.
You gotta have balance. Definitely gotta have balance.
On today's episode of How to Catch a Cheater, if you just cannot get your hands on that phone,
She definitely caught some cheaters for sure. She made, yeah.
Why do dads get to do everything independently? You're gonna go work on your truck? Don't worry, I'll watch the kids. You're gonna go mow the grass? I got the kids. You're gonna go work down the shed on whatever the heck you do down there? Kids can stay in with me. But you want a clean house to live in? You want all your clothes washed? You want food to fill your belly? Don't worry, I'll do it with a baby on my hip and a toddler screaming hanging onto my leg. It'll be all right. Why did dad...
Word around town is you have more lives than a fucking cat. This is a quick message from the universe. Chosen one, man. I don't think you realize that. I don't really think you understand how legendary you are. I don't think you really know how legendary you are, chosen one. And when I say legendary, I mean it. You are an urban legend in the community. Chosen one, you have people literally whispering about you. You have people, when you walk past, they put their heads down, not because they don't like you, but because they don't know how to take you. Chosen one, you have to realize your story is more known to individuals around you than you may think. You are a neighborhood celebrity in some sense, chosen one. Now, chosen one, you have went.
I'm 55 years old and
I've been seeing this married woman for like the last year. But I knew she was married when I met her. I ain't have a problem. I'm like, I'm cool being your side dude.
I'm sorry, but this man's is excited.
It's not that serious. It's not that serious. I'm just being real. Like, it's not that serious.
I remember when I was in middle school, we had a sub and she asked the whole class, what is the one letter that is not in any US state? I knew the answer, so I raised my hand. She calls on me. I say Q. This woman looked at me like, and then she started calling on other people to answer the question that I just answered. And these people were giving goofy answers. This boy raised his hand and he said, is it Z? And she was like, no, it's not Z, Arizona. She calls on a girl and she was like, it's you. And she was like, no, it's not you, Utah. And I thought, maybe she didn't hear what I said. So I raised my hand again, but she looked at me like, and I was thinking, what is going on? And she was letting a whole bunch of people guess, and it got to the point that some dude Googled the answer, and he was like, I got it! It's Q! And she was like, yes, good job, it is Q. And I was like, whoa, 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 I said that. And she said, I know, but you answered it too quickly. We gotta give everybody else a chance.
See? It's about perspective. You know what I'm saying? She could have got mad. She could have felt like it's about perspective. But that's cool.
If you're unemployed.
All right, so I did not expect the response that I got from that TikTok. But I did get a lot of comments asking me to talk more about this, and I definitely want to.
Where? Where's it at? Okay. Never mind.
Drake Bell just went on Josh Peck's podcast, and Charlie Sheen's ex just made a chilling public statement. I'm about to tell you guys how that's connected and why this picture is so haunting.
It was the monster was there.
The Hollywood secrets that we're about to deep dive are so dark and disturbing that barely anybody is talking about this. Brian Peck, Drake Bell, Charlie Sheen, and Corey Haim. Names we've all heard, but the connection here is startling, you guys. These topics we're about to get into do get heavy, so in an effort for this information to no longer be suppressed, please engage and share with this if you can, and buckle up as we dive deep into Hollywood's darkest secrets. So first we'll start out in February of last year on the Boy Meets World's Cast podcast. On that episode last February, they mentioned a name that you've heard me speak about before. Brian Peck, who was a guest actor and crew member on the 90s sitcom Boy Meets World. Writer Strong and Wilfred L. describe how Brian Peck managed to become very integrated into their personal lives as young kids. They recount Brian Peck's eagerness to be good pals with them, hanging out with them a lot after work, which they now describe as weird and wildly inappropriate. But of course, as young child actors, they didn't realize the grave seriousness of this at the time.
Kids are scared. You know, kids don't think I'm gonna go. First of all, for me, the person that was doing it to me the most, you know, well, I mean, I could say that the two people that did it to me were both close friends of mine. Or so I thought.
That was Corey Feldman, a child star from the 80s who was quoted saying that Brian Peck would invite him to his house to watch movies, and he'd go because he trusted him, but there was always a vibe like he was too close and too interested. Later in his 2020 documentary that's called My Truth, Corey Feldman again named Brian Peck, saying Brian Peck was one of those guys who was always around us kids. We didn't think much of it at the time, but looking back, knowing what he did, it's clear he was part of that world.
Brian, who was ever present during the Amanda show, and then
well, that's another thing too. You can kind of like, it was like ever present, right? Like just everywhere that. Yeah.
It immediately becomes clear that Brian Peck's troubling time in Hollywood, orbiting around young boys, goes way farther back than just the Amanda show and Drake and Josh. This traces all the way back to the mid-'80s when he worked as a dialogue coach on the set of Growing Pains with a very young Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo, as you know, is the latest, hottest, hunkiest teen idol there is.
Yeah, muscles.
Look, speaking of hunky, huh?
Leo, what's it like to be a teen idol?
Ask her Cameron.
Show us the little drawings.
Oh, the
You
little
see,
drawings.
we draw drawings of each other. Brian is the famous artist, and we always make fun of each other and portray each other in silly, satirical ways.
Leo's job on this set, for some reason, is to make fun of me all day long.
Okay, so
Brian Peck also worked on All That and The Amanda Show alongside Dan Schneider, which is where he began preying on Drake Bell. He was then later put back on a set with Amanda Bynes alongside Dan Schneider yet again in her show What I Like About You. But before that, he also worked on Good Burger and The Keenan and Kel Show with a very young Kel.
Why are they not in jail? That's my question right now. Why are they not in jail? Are they in jail?
And Kenan Thompson, who also starred on All That, and he was a dialogue coach on the set of Holes with a very young Shia LaBeouf. But now, since the documentary Quiet on Set aired last year, Brian Peck is best known for being convicted in 2004 for abuse of a Nickelodeon star who was later to be revealed as Drake Bell. Brian Peck systematically groomed Drake Bell, who was a very young teenager at the time.
As that big break between Drake and Josh and Amanda show is when I told my mom what was going on. We went to the police, the investigation, all of the stuff that you saw in the documentary, that was when all of that was going on.
A baffling and heartbreaking revelation that we found out from Drake is that even after he had confided in his mother and there was an investigation underway into Brian Peck was still allowed on Dan Schneider's set to do the pilot of Drake and Josh, even though that was the workplace of the very child who was accusing him.
And then we do the pilot, because he hadn't been arrested when we did the pilot.
And we're like 14.
Yeah, and so now I'm coming back. He hasn't been arrested, and I don't know if you remember, but he came and visited during the pilot, and I got him, and I made sure, and that was an issue, but I still had to play like, hey, cool, whatever, like, wow. You're about to get arrested, bro.
Yeah.
And as we know, Drake did eventually get his day in court to stare down his abuser, but the atmosphere was not what you would hope for.
When we went to court, his entire side of the courtroom was full of directors, producers, writers, actors. It was just mind-blowing. And I was just sent into like a state of shock when I walked into that courtroom.
Drake found himself in a courtroom of Hollywood industry professionals, co-workers, and even people he considered friends, who were sitting largely in support of a 40-year-old man who was admitting to essaying a child actor who was in his professional care. Some of these Hollywood industry professionals even going as far as writing a letter of support to the judge on behalf of Brian Peck.
Totally re-traumatizing to later get these letters, which I just got last year, and seeing, I mean, it was every letter I turned, it broke my heart when I would see the name at the end of the letter and go, what? I thought we were friends, and the way that they portrayed me in the letters,
which ultimately led to a reduced plea of 2 counts of the 11 charges and a sentencing of only 16 months in prison. But here's the kicker, you guys. Hollywood didn't even blink about this. Brian Peck kept friends, big ones like Charlie Sheen, and that's where all of this starts to get really weird. So upon this guy's release from prison, Hollywood promptly hires him back on the child scene to be on none other than the show Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, where he did voiceovers for 3 episodes before he got fired. He had once again strategically positioned himself with the help of industry allies to be on a major child production with 2 very young boys. During this time, registered S offenders were still—
This should be my show right here. I ain't gonna Zack and Cody used to be my show right here.
allowed to work in Hollywood. It actually wasn't until the Child Protection Act of 2012 where children then had legal protection from working with offenders on the registry. And I know all of that is enough to make you guys sick, but this is where we really start to get into things. After Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Brian Peck picks up a few other sporadic gigs. He was part of Bedtime Stories and had a small role in Forever Strong, and somehow he was even hired as a dialogue coach on the family film Jack and the Beanstalk. And all of that led him to eventually securing a role from his good friend Charlie Sheen to be a stand-in and dialogue coach on the show Anger Management. This is all following Charlie Sheen's tumultuous, tiger blood-fueled departure from 2.5 Men, and after knowing that Brian Peck is on the registered list. Despite getting pushback from other people, it's said that Charlie Sheen secured Brian Peck's paid position. And how do we know that Charlie Sheen and Brian Peck were friends? Well, let's start with some behind-the-scene footage of them together on the set of Anger Management.
I'm my brilliant co-star. It's Brian, my sometimes brilliant stand-in.
And even more recently, we can peruse their social media and see that this is Charlie Sheen and Brian Peck having leisure time together in Scotland. Here is Peck and Sheen in a photo together captioned, "I have some kick-ass friends, love you Charlie Sheen and the Peck." Here's Charlie Sheen reposting a message that says, "Back at work and hanging with the Woof and the Peck. Not a bad way to spend a Monday." Here's Charlie Sheen posting about the adventures of Peck. I'm tired of being the victim.
And how much does it cost to form an little baby? And that's my dad.
I told you, rainbows and stargates, they lied about that. They know that your ancestors still travel and that you can see it. So when you see it, they told you them shooting stars and meteors and comets. They lied about that too. All them galaxies and planets and universes you see every night, they told you them were stars. Lied about that too. Let's run down their record a little bit now. Let's backtrack a little bit now. They told you Jesus was real when he was really the first ship they used to go grab some niggas from the other side. Hell, shit. Go look up Constantine. He gave a whole speech. He was so bold with it, he let you know in his speech to Rome, Constantine, the creation of this Jesus story will make us a lot of money. It's exactly what he said. You go Google it.
That's crazy.
They lied about that too.
They lied about everything.
Hell, they told you Santa Claus was real. And they ain't never said that he wasn't still. I told you, rainbow.
That is true. Santa Claus is not real.
When I tell y'all, when I say that freezer spell shit works, baby, that freezer spell shit first works. So let me tell y'all a story time about how I had to put my motherfucking neighbors in the motherfucking freezer because this bitch just kept like doing weird shit. Like when I say this bitch kept sending the police to my house, y'all, talking about loud noise, and they so damn dumb. They kept coming, and I kept cussing they dumb ass out to the point where they got tired of her calling them for no motherfucking reason. And remind y'all, she would do this shit every night at the same time between 12 and 2 in the morning. And remind y'all, I put my kids got a bedtime. I make my kids go to bed between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, depending on their age range. So there's no noise going on in my house at this time. So I'm telling them every time they come, they waking me up out my sleep, knocking on my motherfucker door, banging on my door, and I'm telling them, like, we in this bitch sleep. Why the fuck y'all keep coming knocking on my door? I said, for now, if y'all come back to my motherfucker door, y'all just gonna be out there because I ain't letting you motherfuckers in no more because y'all done for keep coming. So I'm like, I gotta do something about this shit. So y'all, I read up on the freezer spell. So I'll put this bitch in they whole house in the freezer. Y'all, okay, so about a week done went by, y'all. Remind y'all, she was doing this shit every other night. A week done went by. Ain't no police came to my door. I ain't heard shit about this bitch. Nothing. But remind y'all, when I put her in the freezer, I also sprinkled some motherfucker, I think it was like cayenne pepper and shit on top of that shit. So when I say y'all that shit work, and made sure I did return to sender shit. When I say that I've been seeing and hearing motherfucker Cormac bad shit going on with her baby daddy, her grandma, cause they all were just on some weird ass shit. Shit has not been going right in their life ever since I put their ass in the motherfucker freezer. And I say this to say that people need to leave motherfuckers alone. Y'all do not know who y'all be dealing with. You can't just be fucking with motherfuckers who don't bother nobody. I don't bother nobody. My kids don't bother nobody. So when it come to protecting me and mine, baby, I'm gonna do that by all means. All means. So if y'all got somebody that just won't leave y'all the fuck alone, whether it's at work, it's at home, it's in your family, put them motherfuckers in the freezer and do not spare them none. Make sure y'all do the protection shit. Make sure y'all do y'all sums. Make sure y'all do everything to protect yourself, and make sure y'all return everything back to sender and make them motherfuckers eat up every energy, negative energy that they sent out to the universe. Make them eat that shit up right back to them. And I forgot to mention to y'all, this is the same bitch, y'all, that I beat her motherfucking ass already. I guess she thought shit was sweet because I keep my nails done. I be on my girly girl shit, and I always be by myself for the majority of the most part with my kids. But this bitch thought she thought it was cool for her to put her motherfucking hands on me, and she got what the fuck she was looking for. When I say, y'all, I beat the fuck out of this bitch, baby. Then she had the nerve to call the police and try to press charges on me. But good thing that I was recording the shit the whole time, because how bad I beat her ass, they was finna take me to jail until I showed them the video that she put her motherfucking hands on me first. So if y'all got any motherfucking problems with these bitches, don't even waste y'all time. Put these bitches in a motherfucking freezer. Stay.
Oh my God. Dang. I guess that really worked, huh? Wow. That's dope, man.
What's this? What's this? Ain't that Jay?
That is crazy, though. That is crazy.
We are now learning that a man is accused of shooting his ex-wife in a parking
Oh
lot
my
of a shopping
God.
center in North Phoenix.
Very busy shopping center. That
This is
incident
Arizona?
happened late last night.
Oh,
Desert
no.
Is the nigga cute for real? Or is he just tall?
For y'all bitches are talking about that y'all feel like culture was being too grown. Listen, one thing about it.
Right, so we're here at the customer's house. We're going to do another test. We're going to sign up which light bulb that people should be putting in their house. I'm talking about.
It says LED light bulbs make you sick.
For health, not so-called energy efficiency. Now, if there wasn't a smart meter on this house, the LEDs actually would save you money. It's another subject matter, but LEDs with a smart meter, the way they do the calculations of the amps and the voltages, you save no money on utilities. But what's worse than that is it's actually very detrimental to your health. I'm going to show you right now today. So this is an oscilloscope. Okay, this is a typical 60 hertz cycle. And when I turn on the traditional light bulb made by Edison, it should mimic the same look because it's the same cycle, 120 volts. There's no jagginess to it at all. So let's go and turn this on, and you see perfect sine wave. That's exactly what you want to see, and 120 volts, and it's no noise. This actually will put out a noise if it's toxic. Okay, it's 120 volts. That's what you want. Okay. So I'm going to go on, now I'm also going to take, this is about a $3,000 piece of equipment here. Let's find out what wavelength this is. Okay, so that's getting part of my screen there. Let me get over here a little bit. I got my screen in there. Okay, so you see how this is more smooth? It's low in the blue. There's a little bit of a bump there but this is a normal spectrum. This is why your eyes won't be damaged with an incandescent or a halogen light bulb, because it's more consistent. It's like the sun. The sun puts out a tremendous amount of energy, but it's more evenly spectrum. If you're dominant blue in this 450 area, it's extremely toxic. It will damage your eyes. So let's go ahead and do the light bulbs that supposedly save the polar bear. Let's go to that. And it's kind of hot there, but that's okay. We need to heat in the wintertime. You know, remember talks about that. Benefits in the wintertime. Let's move this over here like this. And now I'm going to let's grab all the old CFLs, light bulbs. You remember the ones that have mercury in them? You know, supposed to spend 10, 15 bucks for a light bulb, and it's supposed to last for like 10, 15 years. They never did. You know, these are all made in China. So let's see what this does to the sine wave. Look at that. Look at the noise. And it's not running at 120 volts. It's autoplay. So you have the jagged, we hear the noise, and now let's take the spectrum analyzer, see what it does. That's why people are getting sick. See the spiking there? It's flickering. Crazy. Millions and millions of times a second.
That's crazy how lights can make you sick like this. That's crazy.
People sick. So let's go ahead
and do y'all notice that, like, staring at the light for too long, you had a light on for too long, like you start to like kind of get like a headache almost.
Back to the LEDs,
especially them type of lights.
Efficient. They don't have mercury in them. So let's grab the old LED. There's the LED right here. Gonna save the polar bear. So now look at that. Look how much noise. Now imagine if a house has 30 of these. How noisy it is? Now let's get the spectrum analyzer here. What wavelength is this? Okay, so it's pulsing. Right in that, it's got a lot of blue pulsing. These are actually one of the better ones too. So these actually act like a beam. So when you have those little light emitting diodes, you see there, okay. So you have the light emitting diodes, they actually put out a beam. It's a beam technology. It doesn't put out an inverse law type of light. It's a beam type technology. And that blue light will help damage our eyes, also our pollinating bugs. One more time. So let's go back to the original one here. So we'll turn that off. It's quiet. Let's go back to back to my ones that Edison made. Okay, go back to that. Turn it back on. Let's get a little more calibrated here. 60 hertz sine wave. Quiet. Go back to the spectrum analyzer. Okay, so there you go. So that's why this is more evenly. So you don't have the pulsing. Actually, some of the other incandescents do a little bit better job than us. But this is why you should never buy an LED. Everything's an inversion of the truth. Do exactly the opposite you're told to do on TV. All right, thanks.
That is true though. Everything is the opposite. They tell you that milk good for you. It's not. You know, like everything they say, you might as well just know they lying. They lying. But this is dope, man. I didn't know this about LED lights. I didn't know this. How many of y'all knew this about that? About lights like this? I want to know what light he got. I don't know which one he got. He probably just got a regular one. If it's LED lights, but light bulbs that make you sick, right? That's cool. You learn something new every day.
People who don't understand that we live in a matrix, they don't understand that rituals are being done on us at all times. Money itself is a ritual. It has occultic and esoteric symbolism all over it, especially American currency. All the annual worldwide events that hundreds of millions of people tune into, like the Super Bowl, like New Year's. These are rituals. Their purpose is to harvest human energy. Their purpose is to capture your full-blown attention, which is the only actual currency that exists in life. Biological life in all of its aspects consists of electricity. The human attention is electricity, and electricity is energy. Money is energy. That's why it's called currency, electrical. Magic is not by any means mystical. It's just science. Science is just the explanation of magic. Everything in life is just electricity and magnetism. And when you understand that magic isn't woo-woo, it's just science, you can do things like build pyramids, put people under mind control, perform rituals, because it's all just science. But until people learn and accept that we live in a matrix where everything we were ever told is a lie, they will never come to understand any of the things that I just said. People who don't understand that we live in a
TikTok. You know, you got the woke side of TikTok. You got the low vibration side of TikTok. Hey, it's about balance. You feel me? It's about balance. Don't be afraid to have a little fun because you're spiritual. You know.
I saw a TikTok the other day of this girl that swore she unalived in a car accident. She said everything went dark and then suddenly she woke up in her bed the morning of the same day. First she thought it was a dream, but as the day played out, nothing was different. She was like, what if I've been unaliving and just hopping into a reality where I survived? And the first comment was like, quantum immortality. And I was like, okay, you really got your degree. Quantum immortality is the idea that your mind never truly experiences death. If you unalive in one reality, your consciousness shifts to another universe where you survived. You thought you were going to leave this lifetime and never have to pay bills again? I got some bad news for you. You've probably seen this idea play out in movies like Happy Death Day. That's where...
Yo, imagine you trying to escape this reality. And then you go to a worse reality. Imagine, like, man, just like erase my soul at this point. Like, man, that's tough. No, that's tough. I ain't gonna. That's tough. You trying to escape this reality, and then you go to a reality, another reality that's worse than this one. That's tough.
College student keeps reliving the same day, her birthday, over and over. But every time she unalives, she keeps waking up in her dorm room trying to figure out who deleted her. Or perhaps Black Mirror's White Bear. In that episode, a woman wakes up with no memory and is constantly hunted, only to later realize that every time she unalives is part of a horrifying loop. Or most recent, Until Dawn, which comes out April 2025 this year.
Yo, Black Mirror is crazy. They got some crazy episodes on there. If you haven't watched Black Mirror, you definitely, that is a must watch. White Snow, you gotta watch White Snow. Fire. I hate how we say it's like we be so entertained by it, but this is real stuff that's really happening. That's why you can't look at it as entertainment. It's more of a like, dang. You know, it's like that, dang, that could really be happening.
I'm so excited because when I saw the trailer, it definitely gave quantum immortality. If quantum immortality is real, you may not even know that you've unalived. You just woke up and kept going. And that right there is a thought that is very unsettling, right? If stories like this interest you, be sure to give me a follow because I enjoy having these type
I
of
got you.
sessions too.
I'll drop her a follow. And if y'all can't see it, it's at the bottom. I gotta do my videos like this for right now because my Instagram got hacked. My algorithm is messed up over there. So I'm gonna make my videos like this for now. I just see what happens from here.
Sir, the gate has closed.
I will shut all this shit off if you don't let me and my dog on this flight.
The Cheesecake Factory? Really?
Your last man took you to McDonald's.
It's an upgrade, my love.
How many times are you gonna cook this?
I think you should stop for gas.
We can make it.
Now, why are you so hard-headed? $2, John?
You never said if you liked my hair.
Wow.
Always on time.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, yo. This is real. Oh my God, man. He said always on time. Oh my goodness. This AI stuff is getting out of hand, man. Am I crying?
Summer body, here I come. How long has it been? 2 minutes, Tom.
Let's do this. Jonathan, what we do next, my boy?
That will be $300.
Yeah, Amex? I need to dispute a charge. I ain't never been to Florida in my life.
I think I'm having a heart attack. Call the ambulance.
I'm a win.
What?
You like it?
Yes, 911? Please come shut this shit down. She don't know what she's doing.
Bruh, 45 minutes of crying.
Sir, you're yelling.
So is the baby.
It's just a baby.
Funk that baby.
Sir, the gate has closed.
It's getting out of hand, man. It is only gonna get worse. He said that baby. What? YouTube, this is for educational purposes only. This is not real. This is AI. Obviously. This is AI.
Why does not America look like Dubai and Germany? And why doesn't America look like Russia and Persia? And where the is the money going? There should be grapes, turnips, vegetables, everything on the streets every day for the homeless to eat. You're making us pay for water, you son of a... You're making us pay for grapes, apples, things that God gave us for free. Ha! Ha! Da, 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 bullshit. You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. Why does not?
Nah, that's true though. You making us pay for apples, grapes, water, everything that God gave us for free. It's a joke at this point, man. It's a joke. It's cringe. It's cringe. Very cringy.
Parents, if your child is a...
Let me get.
Nope.
We're looking. Man, get in here, get in here, get in here. I think we're looking for.
No.
Oh, I'll share it with you. When I was in the 4th grade, I woke up in the middle of the night.
Did you see?
No.
So let me get this straight, you sensitive internet bitches. Y'all come up on here and try to justify your poor behavior with using your faith. What? Your poor behavior was designated by the devil himself. You understand? Please don't use God's name as a justification of why you did such a poor thing. Don't look me in my face and tell me that, oh, I cheated on my spouse, but it wasn't God's plan. That's not God's plan. That's not God's plan. It's somebody's plan, the fallen angel, but it ain't God's. And I really need you to stop twisting the words. There are so many instances where I have seen people use the faith to justify their poor behavior, their poor opinions, and just in general, their lack of decency. And it doesn't make sense to me. I understand God is all forgiving. You understand that? I pray to this man every day. You feel me? I may not go to churches because I believe that some, not all, some of the people in those churches, including the people who are pastors, deacons, and whatever the fuck it may be, are hypocrites, and I don't do that. But don't come up here using your faith as a reason you're a shitty human, okay?
Can anyone explain to me what I'm supposed to do if I just don't want to do anything anymore? I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to scroll on TikTok. I don't want to make videos. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to go anywhere. Like, what do you do? I don't even want to sleep. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to play Nintendo. I don't want to, like, look for something. I don't want to research anything. I don't want to watch anything. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to walk anywhere. I don't want to buy anything. Like,
sometimes you just gotta unplug from everything. You just got to. You have to do that sometimes. Like sometimes I be need a break from this stuff too. It's like that's why it's like I stopped uploading for a while too. I mean, I was uploading, but I was, I was putting older videos together for y'all. Sometimes you need a break, for real.
See with caution because I'm about to open your spiritual eyes and you won't be able to close them after that. It wasn't until I learned about heavenly history and really what happened at the rebellion of
You have no idea.
I'm hearing you right now. I'm hearing y'all right now. Why did you skip it? You're watching it with me, okay? If I want to skip it, I'm gonna skip it. All right. You can leave off the video, man, or you can stay and watch with me. Pretend that you're watching it live with me. Okay, I don't got nothing bad against nobody. If you don't want to watch right now because I skipped a video, you can leave.
You know what that is? Do you know who that is? If you think you know, comment below, but don't cheat.
You need help, or you trying to break your back before orientation even start?
Boy, I can carry this whole bin and still make it look good.
Bet. Let's see if you can keep up then.
So what's your major, being fine or breaking hearts?
Communication, so I know how to shut down weak lines like that.
Hey, so you spicy and smart.
You just now noticing.
There you go. Jazz. I ain't want to leave it like that at the cafe.
You didn't say nothing. You just watched me walk past.
I ain't know what to say. I ain't used to opening up like that. But with you, it feel different.
So what we doing, OZ? We talking just to talk? Or we trying to make this something real? Ain't no way your feet this soft.
That's cocoa butter and priorities, baby. I could get used to this.
You mean it?
Yeah. This feel like home.
You need help, or you...
Okay, so I sell feed content, right? Judge me all you want. I've never really made it public. It's just more like whoever knows. But basically, it's mostly like fake accounts who buy my content. And honestly, I often just think like, who are these people? Let me tell you why I think that. Because I obviously have like a following. Like, for example,
my son used to play Fortnite, Roblox, and...
So you've heard about energy vampires, bro, and y'all...
My legs are really showing.
I bet I can arm wrestle your leg and win.
What?
So he shot all the way from Mars.
You think your leg's stronger than my arm?
Yeah, but how the fuck you prove that? How do you arm wrestle a leg?
How much aura did I lose off that comment, yo? I'm tripping. I know I'm tripping. That's why, like, if I was
He
smoke,
just
I'm gonna get this in.
he just be saying anything, man. Come on, man.
And even dumber shit. He said, you embarrassing us.
He said, you embarrassing us. What?
I'm sorry.
I don't know why I said that. Why the fuck did I just say I arm wrestle your leg? Then she ran out the room.
My legs are.
She ran out the room. It's crazy. Dang. It's tough.
This may be it for us. Pentagon pizza trackers are going literally insane. Massive pizza parties all across the Pentagon. Trump leaving early to come back to DC to go over this problem. And now on the news they're talking about how the Iron Dome's not able to stop any of these missiles that are incoming. And also, even the US is having a problem taking down these missiles. Kind of feels like I told you all that days ago and you wanted to put your opinions in the comments. And we have what appears to be hundreds of thousands, what looks like, leaving the capital of Iran.
It's Iran.
But just wait, that's not even the half of it. Right after the president's Truth Social post, we started getting these warnings all over Israel. Meanwhile, we have Israel media showing stuff like this right here. And also the IDF kicking journalists out of Israel and telling people again not to record what's going on because then Iran will be able to see, you know? I mean, what is GPS, right? So they're finding new locations to record from.
In ballistic missile fire, you've seen how these ballistic missiles have just shredded the Iron Dome, the THAAD system, the Patriot system, all the things, it's David Sling, all those capabilities, those missiles are just going right through it. Most of our troops in the Middle East don't even have that much.
Like I told y'all before, you can't just listen to one side of a conflict. And now I'm seeing videos about how the Samson option was just leaked. If you think it was just leaked, you have no business covering geopolitics at all. Get back to dancing. There have been hundreds of books written over decades detailing the Samson option. And by the way, look at the screenshot I took earlier of the certain number on the certain post. Odd, right? This is about to get so much worse than we even think possible. This may be it.
There's a lot of situations where I didn't want nothing else from a woman but that freak vibration. We get off on in a way that's not just sexual gratification. It empowers us. It's an energetic siphoning of y'all energy when y'all are that surrenderous to us in the most intimate, vulnerable space. That shit supercharges a nigga. We could say what we want to say about Diddy. Look what this nigga has been able to accomplish. Largely due to the energy he's able to siphon from these women and some of the ways that we now seeing. And he ain't the only one. Powerful men have cracked the code and understand the sexual and tantric magic. Put up in the post the other day from Cam Newton. He was like, do you understand the power it is to conquer a woman? Consciously or subconsciously, these niggas be knowing, bro. Energy that comes from purity and feminine innocence. They hunt that more than anything. Because that's an untapped portal. You know, that young girl or whatever it is may have had sex before. This is a large reason why a lot of these men either consciously or subconsciously gravitate to younger women. There's a lot of situations.
Please do not file for bankruptcy or a...
So y'all not gonna believe this, so I'm gonna have to show you. NASA's cosmic detector in Antarctica picked up some noise frequency, specifically humming, that is coming from beneath the ice. Now, before I play this video for you guys, right, they subtly hint that the ocean is space, and this noise that's coming from the ocean or space shouldn't exist. It's not a neutrino, it's not a cosmic ray, but for some reason their equipment can pick up this frequency, y'all. Just listen to this.
Diving into the dark and icy waters of Antarctica, the eerie blue darkness is enveloping you, reminiscent of the vast expanse of open space. In these depths, where you least expect to encounter any living creature, you suddenly hear a loud, strange sound. A quacking noise, as if a giant duck was hidden in the deep.
Now I want you to listen to this. They call the humming noise upsweep, and they call it ascending tones, y'all. We've been talking about ascension, right? Listen to this.
Meet upsweep. One of the most mysterious sounds ever recorded in the ocean. It's not just noise. It's a series of short ascending tones repeated at intervals of several seconds. It was first discovered in 1991 using hydrophones installed in the Pacific Ocean. At first, oceanographers suggested that upsweep could be associated with volcanic activity or underwater earthquakes.
And what's happening now?
And its intensity change depending on the time of year, which rules out these versions. People began to consider hypotheses related to the biological life of the ocean. They studied the migration routes of marine animals and their behavior at different times of the year. However, despite all efforts, the sound source has not been identified. Some studies suggest that upsweep may be associated with certain species of fish or other marine animals that make sounds for communication or navigation.
So they just admitted that Antarctica is basically a portal, right, for ascension, and this is the reason why they are blocking it. And we are getting upgrading frequencies coming from beneath the ice, which is the water, which is space, coming from Antarctica. And this is why they don't want a group of people in Antarctica, y'all. He literally is telling us that there are ascension frequencies coming from Antarctica. Did you guys see the movie Kong when he went inside of Antarctica and he basically entered a whole new world and he was able to fly and all that type of stuff? And if you pay attention to the Superman movie, Superman's home base is actually Antarctica. So does that mean home base is calling us and they're stopping us from going home, y'all? Things are gonna get a lot more interesting, y'all. That blackout is coming. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here.
How many of y'all are prepared for a blackout? Like, the lights go out for like 3 months. Are y'all prepared? I know I'm not. Not.
A man is a man is a man. Y'all do not have a special gift. And I love women. I love our intuition. I love how we just be knowing shit. I love how we have dreams and shit just comes to us. But y'all have got to stop doing this thing where you go, I knew there was something about him. That's a man. That is a man. I just, at first I was like, no, he doesn't seem like the type of guy. But, I just always had this inkling in the back of my head. That is a man. He is designed to be. He is designed to be exactly who he is. He is designed to be a deceptor. Your favorite Decepticon is a man. Okay? Oh, like I saw him on her videos and she brought him on and it's just like something went wrong and, I could just feel like something was off. That there, ladies and gentlemen, is a man. The only thing that should shock you is at every point he could be terrible and he's not. That's the only thing that should shock you temporarily. Because at some point, he's gonna be what? A man. Okay? Some of us, we're not psychic. We're smart. We might be able to pick up on certain things a lot sooner. Some of us who have experience with betrayal might be able to spot certain things early that would seem like paranoia and crazy to other people, but we know firsthand that is an indicator, but it's such a sly, sneaky, disgusting indicator that you would never consider that because you feel like you're being paranoid. So some people are just simply more expertise. You might catch it sooner, right? Like you're really good at catching that fish, right? You see it, you have an eye for it. But that there is a man. It will always be a man. It will never surprise any of us when you find out, well, actually, guys, the whole time he was cheating. Actually, guys, the whole time he was stealing money from me. Actually, guys, the whole time he was trying to get with my sister. Because I repeat, that there is a man. And a man will always man to the dawn of time. Okay? My favorite part of the Bible is Genesis. You want to know why? And, pastors never talk about this, but in the Bible, when Adam takes the fruit from Eve, in the Bible, and he eats the apple, and God comes traipsing in there like, why are you hiding from me? What's going on, right? And obviously I'm paraphrasing, don't piss me off. And Adam said,
I don't like that. Man versus woman, like, agenda. I don't like that. Because at the end of the day, bro, we need each other. You feel me? That energy right there, I do not mess with that. I ain't gonna lie. Because at the end of the day, we both need each other. So, I don't mess with that energy.
No need to ask your parents for a new phone. Learn about the bundle.
Bro, you came here illegally, so you're getting sent back. Like, I'm not really understanding where I'm supposed to feel bad. Like, it's the law. Like, that, what?
So folks basically kept going and saying that he's not gonna feel bad. He don't got no sympathy, no compassion towards these people because they here illegally. But I could have sworn 70 years ago, the system was built for people like me and him to be slaves. And that wasn't right? So we had to fight for something that wasn't right. And look at us today, you feel me? So like, my whole thing is like, just because something is legal, 9 times out of 10 doesn't make it 110% right. You feel me? There's a lot of people out here who are getting detained that are legal, my dog. That are legal, that are getting detained, that are legal immigrants, you feel me? And some of these other people, bro, you gotta realize a lot of people want opportunities. There's kids getting dragged out of schools, elementary schools, little kids getting taken away from their families, bro. And you telling me you can't?
That is sad. That's actually sad, man. Shoot, they doing them worse. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. No, but dang, that's sad.
You even feel like zero compassion because it ain't you though, right? It's crazy. That's all I'm saying. Is like there's definitely compassion and like people just trying to seek opportunities that are getting done wrong, strangled up in the streets, strangled up at their schools, little children getting stripped from their families. You can feel some compassion, my dog. You can feel some sympathy, my dog. You can't say, I don't feel no sympathy for these people just because they illegal. Like, bro, we human, bro. And that's crazy to me. And if you can't feel nobody because they're not the same, it's not even becoming a legal and ain't legal thing. It's becoming like a racial thing now, bro. And you can't feel bad for nobody because they ain't the same skin color as you, as they ain't the same thing as you, because now they're illegal, they like a alien to you or something, bro? Come on, my dog. We all human at the end of the day. I can go to China, I can go to Japan, I can go to Africa, I can go to anything, but we all one, we all human, and we can all feel bad for each other if anybody's getting done wrong in whatever country I'm in. I don't care if I go on Africa's grounds and I see somebody getting strangled up in the streets, I'm gonna feel bad for somebody because I got compassion for them. It's simple like that, though. But hey, man, you can't educate
For
everybody.
real, man. Not like, what if that was you? You know what I'm saying? It's always different when it's not you, though. And then when it happens to you, then you know what I'm saying? Why do I keep seeing that ad?
You should never ignore. Starting off really strong with number one, if you're getting ready to leave your house and you notice that you keep forgetting everything or you keep dropping things, stop. Don't leave your house.
Do that be happening to y'all? Sometimes that be a sign that you don't need to go outside.
Sit down for a little bit, wait it out, and then leave. That is a sign that your spirit guides are trying to protect you by stalling you from leaving at that specific time, because it could very well protect you from getting into a car accident or even worse. Number two, if you're ever sitting there having a conversation with someone and you notice that mid-sentence you get a really bad feeling or you're forgetting what you're even talking about, stop oversharing. It's a sign that you're literally sharing things with the wrong person. Change the subject. Number three, if you're the type of person that keeps plants in your home and then out of nowhere it dies, that was your plant absorbing negative energy that was meant for you. Try to think back to who was the last person that came over. That person did not have good intentions for you. And four, never, and I mean ever, allow anyone to touch your hair. That is your crown, that is your protection, that is where your energy, or most of your energy is. They can definitely prey upon it and put really bad intentions on you. These are some spiritual.
Meet the
In the face, I'm gonna post I could tell you the whole story. I could tell.
My biggest flaw is that I think every man's cheating. Your man took you on a surprise birthday getaway, set up a photo shoot for you, he's cheating. He gave you flowers on the Thursday. He's definitely cheating. My biggest.
Hey guys, update time.
I
That's
basically
tough.
lost my whole family over this.
No way.
Yeah.
You came out of the closet?
No,
No,
No, Diddy.
No.
Hey, sweet face, come here. You're storing your lettuce wrong. That's why it's not lasting.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry. I have to share that bad news. You're storing your lettuce wrong. Let me show you. If you're not putting your lettuce in a glass jar, the bigger the better, and in your fridge, this is why it's not lasting. And this goes for all lettuce, romaine, iceberg, even your kale. You need to chop it up, clean it properly, use your salad spinner. There we go, soaking. Make sure it is bone dry as you can get it, and then put it in the fridge. You know how long it'll last when
Yo,
you do it that
I love TikTok. I ain't gonna lie, they be teaching me so much stuff.
way? Months. And I'm not exaggerating.
You're not?
in your fridge,
I believe you.
cold, in a glass jar with a good top. Months. Could you even imagine? So let's say you are growing lettuce and you want to harvest it. Harvest the lettuce, put it in your glass container, and you can have lettuce throughout the season where lettuce won't grow for you. I just had to share that. And you have to make sure it's bone dry. That's really important. So salad spinner, spread it out on a cloth. I'm about to do all that right now. Let it dry, let it air dry, then put it in. It'll last so long. And here we go. If you have a paper napkin, you can put it at the bottom. We don't ever have those. We don't do paper towels or paper napkins a lot. But that also helps. It'll absorb any moisture that may still be on the lettuce that you didn't catch. But this is going to get eaten up in like 4 days in my house, so I'm not even going to bother. But there you go. That's all you do. It will last a long time. Just put it in the back of the fridge.
How many of y'all tried this before, and does it really work? I'm guessing it works. And this container thing right here, yeah, definitely.
Poverty is a spell.
Poverty is a spell. Like that lady said, create your reality. And what is reality? It's what you make it.
School is a spell. The workforce is a spell. These are all sentient programs, a part of this matrix, like whole lockdown. But
Sentient programs. Look that up. Do your research on that. Sentient programs.
It has corroded. It has melted right where it stood. So to my peers, I want to send the deepest of insight. And may you be brave in battle. May the ancestors be with you. May the guardian angels be with you. May the cherubim be with you. May the seraphim be with you. May the Galactic Confederation and the other many extraterrestrial confederations all throughout the 12 universes be with you. May fearlessness be with you. Remove the fear. Replace it with purpose. You can't have fear and purpose. You got to make a choice.
This is madness. So Russian scientists have come out and said that they now know what happens to our soul when we pass away. We know what happens to our physical body, but the rest is a mystery. Well, not according to Russia. So these scientists have been working with one of the biggest tech firms in Russia, Vlad Tech. They have claimed that they have found a way to physically track our soul. They have allegedly found a way to embed the human brain with a code, a trackable code, which they have called an SIC, standing for Soul Identification Code. They have been working with this interface that works alongside with this code. Anyhow, one of their test studies passed away, so they put it to the test. They had this SIC code ready. They placed monitors on his brain, heart sensors, blood pressure monitors, and just sat and waited to see what would happen. They have said that they managed to track this guy's soul as it left the body up until an hour later. That is when it completely vanished off their system. These scientists said the reason they lost track of it is because the soul was travelling faster than the speed of light. They have also said they have reason to believe that the soul left this universe and headed to another. I don't really know what I think about this, but it's interesting. So let's say it is true. Where the hell does your soul go? This is madness.
Do you want to create
So apparently Instagram is being ran by AI. I believe it's something that the government is not telling us. I'm starting to think that along the way, when they allowed AI to start working on their programs, I think AI stole all these apps. If you pay attention to Instagram, you could get deleted at the snap of a finger. And when you write Meta, they have nothing to tell you, as if they can't control the AI. I'm starting to think the movie Terminator is literally happening right now while we're living, and we're not noticing it. If you haven't been noticing on TikTok, lately there's been a bunch of AI videos Who do you think is making those videos? Do you think the human beings are making those videos? No, AI is making those videos. We are going into a day and age where AI will control these apps and run them. They will be posting the most content.
That's a good concept, I ain't gonna lie. Because what, like, if you really think about it, AI is recording everything we do. Literally, it's recording everything we do. And it's just reusing it with itself. So the internet, the search history, everything that we do is being tracked, and it's just picking up, that's AI memory, using us. That's scary.
They will be getting the most comments because you already looking at comments, nothing but AI. During the whole Drake and Kendrick beef, it was nothing but AI comments. None of them was real people. To this day, go to a viral video, look through the comments, look at a comment that's got a lot of traction, click on a person's page. They're not even a real person. We are in trouble, bro. I don't know what's going on, but this world is not ran by human beings no more. And I'm 100% all in on this because the signs keep showing itself. They got all these AI videos. When you go to Instagram, that's controlled by AI. Facebook is controlled by AI. X is probably controlled by AI also. And TikTok is probably being bought by AI right now as we speak. I think once AI was allowed to get into these systems, programs, they hacked it. And these people can't get back in it. They're not telling us that. See, in the movie Terminator and all that, the computers and the machines turned on the humans. And I ain't gonna lie, I believe right now that's exactly what's happening. AI is turning on us. It's turning everybody against each other. If you notice, a lot of the gender war and a lot of the feuding between races, if you look in the comments, it'd be AI stirring it up. Even with the 100 women versus accountability, sometimes even in the comments, it's not women that's actually saying it. It'd be fake AI bot females stirring up energy. You gotta pay attention. I'm telling you, from now on, everybody, please pay attention to the AIs. They are taking over slowly but surely. I feel like in another 5 years, we won't even be able to tell the difference between a human being and the AI on these apps. And we'll be thinking we talking to a real person.
For real.
You know how even scientists say that like time is not linear and that's just how we feel. You know how even scientists say that like time is not linear and that's just how we feel like we experience it, but that's not how it actually is. I was thinking about this a lot because when I used to be a preschool teacher years ago, there was one child, one tiny little toddler that I just I loved. You try not to have favorites, but there was just this one that I was like, why am I so connected to this kid? He can barely talk. What is it? And it's so weird because now that my son is the age to be in preschool, he's exactly like this child. Like, he looks a lot like him. He acts a lot like him. A lot of the same interests, a lot of the same idiosyncrasies as him. It's so weird. And it's like, did I know somewhere deep down, instead of my child reminding me of this kid from the preschool, maybe when I was teaching at the preschool, that child reminded me of my son that I would have one day. Does that make sense? You know how even scientists say that...
That's interesting.
Hey, True Tank, hey, what's going on, man? I can't talk to y'all about, hey, man, these hoes nowadays, bro, I don't know what the fuck wrong with them, but it be the disrespectful shit. Like, bitch, you're not disrespecting me. Like, just because you ain't getting your way with me, you not calling me no bitch, you not talking to me any kind of way, you not even speaking on me, bitch, and then when I confront you and get on your ass, you feel some kind of way. I'm telling y'all, these women have the audacity to call these niggas tricks, but don't think they whores. I'm just being honest, bro. Like, we live in a world where the female thinks she can talk to a nigga any kind of way. They think they us. And they expect us to want to be soft and cool and happy. No, bitch. No. You not talking to me any kind of way. The fuck is wrong with you? I'm not letting you speak to me any kind of way. You're not running me any kind of way. You not doing me any kind of way. Once that hoe show any type of disrespect, you niggas need to cut them bitches off, bruh. Cut them hoes off. Cut them loose, bruh. Because at the end of the day, these hoes disrespected their father. They disrespected their brother.
Vanish. I gotta vanish. Shoot, I'm going to Thailand. I'm going to Cuba. I gotta go. What?
It's been.
Citizens of America, your country needs you to go to war and defend it. Will you do that? Fuck no. Y'all keep fucking with that little evil ass garden gnome over there in Israel, and we telling y'all to leave him alone. We don't want none of this shit. Hello? Hey, blow up the school bus. Which one? The seniors or the 8th graders? Yeah, the one with the 8th graders on it. Okay, bet. Okay. Who the fuck was that? And what you mean, 8th graders?
You don't have 5 senses. They lied to you. You have 15. I feel like teaching on tonight. Grab your notepad. Here's the deal. You are a spirit. You live in a body, and you have what is known as a soul. Let's start with the weakest of the 3, which are your bodily senses. These are the weakest because they are limited in ability and dogmatic in essence. So let's start there. Your sight, your touch, your smell, your taste, and your hearing. You understand those. Now, let's talk about the soul. Your mind, your will, your emotions, your imaginations, and your affections. These are the components of your soul. Your mind, what it is that you think. Your will, your ability to actually do, that willpower, that drive that you have to go and try, and that drive that you have to go and do specific things. Your emotions, what it is that you feel. Your affections, who it is that you feel those things for. And your imagination, your ability to see it before you can see it. Dig me? That's your soul. Now let's talk about the spirit. Prayer, praise, worship, faith, and meditation. When I pray, I talk to God about my problems. When I praise, I talk to my problems about my God. When I worship, I am giving God his due diligence, and I am giving glory to his essence and just who he is, and thanking him for everything that he's done and everything that he is doing and everything that he will. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is the medium that I use to get me to think and to do specific things in my life. Faith, that's what that is. And meditation. Meditate on the book of the law day and night. That's biblical. Here's the deal. Meditation just means focus. Focus is your selective attention. You never lose focus. Your focus simply shifts. So if you put your focus on this, you cannot simultaneously have your focus on so many other things. That is why meditation is so important. Focus is so important. You don't have 5 senses, you have 15. I'm going to keep it very, very surface level, and I'm going to stop talking now. I hope you learned something, and I love you. Let's get it.
Hey, at least he ain't waste nobody's time. Got right to the point.
I guess sometimes people just look alike. You
They're
can't
not
see
clones,
it. I'm
right.
not saying nothing by this. They're probably related, right? Same bloodline. I mean, they
Right.
don't look that much alike. And then there's people that do this. Like, come on, we know that's just an old photo of them with a filter on it. Now, these two, they must share some blood, you know? They're same bloodline. Cousins, maybe? Now, that has to be a coincidence. You know, I don't even know who that is. That's Hillary Clinton. Now, these two don't even look alike, really. Come on, guys. Come on. They're just all related, right? That's the answer here. We know everyone in Hollywood is related. Now, that's just a filter. That's probably from a movie he did.
Right.
Same here. There's no way it could be
Right.
clones or anything like that.
Right.
Now, come on. This is probably the same person. I don't really know
Right.
celebrities, guys, so
Right.
I'm not sure. Again, coincidence, family. Come on.
Coincidence.
It's not like there was ancient people who preserved their DNA. That way they could be copied in the future. And it's not like cloning is even real. I mean, because if it was real, we'd all know about it, right?
Yep.
Tonight I ask you to pass legislation to prohibit the most egregious abuses of medical research, human cloning in all its forms, creating or implanting embryos for experiments, creating human-animal hybrids, and buying, selling, or patenting human embryos.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I guess.
The CIA and these people in charge got so much stuff that they don't disclose to the public that we would never know about. Man, ain't no telling what they really got for real too.
Okay, I'm gonna make it very plain for you. People on here who are doing like Project Pan and showing you how to
Listen, if your kid plays Minecraft, Fortnite, or
Alright, check it out, yo. I figured it the fuck out. Airplanes really do not need fuel at all. They do not need fuel at all. Not even to take off. They do not need fuel at all. All airports are built on landlines. They fucking harness that energy for takeoff. They don't need fucking fuel to take off. They don't use fuel, period. They use the fucking energy to take off, and once they're in the air, ether. Alright, check.
I don't know, man. I don't know. His planes do be going every day. Every day. Some of them probably sentient planes. Nobody probably even knowing them planes sometimes.
I stood over 3, seen their brains on the ceiling. I knew what they were.
Credit card.
I had just watched porn. I had been so good for this long, and then I caved and I watched it, and then I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of being stuck in this cycle. I just want to be done with it. I walked into the kitchen, I grabbed a knife, I just held it right here, like by my heart. I stood there for a while just like debating, like, I should do it. Should I do it? Like, I didn't really care for myself, but the thought of hurting my family was like, no, I can't do that.
You went through all of this while being a genuine Christian. I'm actually glad that you're sharing this.
Yo, did anybody thinking about they need to go get the top that was missing off the pyramids and put it back? Maybe they need to go put that top back on top of the pyramids, and maybe that's the missing piece to the pyramids, and that will activate the pyramid. Because why is it sitting in a museum? That is a work of art. Put it back where it go. And if you put it back where it go, the sun,
What is her accent, yo? What accent is that?
right, directing on there would give the energy source that goes way down into the pyramids that most likely 9 times out of 10 that were activated, right? We know water still flows through there because if you keep going down to the bottom, there's water. So everything comes from water. You need water to make everything. That's why I keep telling people, y'all thinking you came out the sky or somebody coming out the sky when you come from water. And then everything kind of goes back to Man in Black at the end. When that big old alien had all those galaxies, those marbles, and he was putting the marbles back into that bag. I don't know, y'all. But I do think that the gold top is the missing piece to the energy source. Those pillars, those things activate, thinking they go up and they go down. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all.
Hey, look, y'all. This speech is called Why We Don't Listen to Y'all. It's for the older generations, of course.
He never does thoughtful things for me. Okay, when was the last time that he came home to you wearing nothing but heels and a plug? I guarantee if you did that every once in a while, he would punch himself in the sack if you asked him to.
All right, so today I'm going to talk about this unbelievable interview I saw with
This is the behind.
All right, now.
Because what the fuck is that?
What?
What?
Where are you at?
Where am I going? What? What the fuck is this? Okay, there's a farm. What? You, man. Because what the fuck is that?
She working for Amazon.
So imagine Shark.
All right, we need a new For You page. Let's see.
I know why y'all. Do you actually get niggas because you fine as hell? Or is it because your ass fat and everybody just want to crack? Or you easy as hell and probably gonna let everybody crack?
A lot of people are scared of life insurance because
before your memory was wiped clean, and before you came into this realm, into this earth, onto this planet, onto this world, you made an agreement with your higher self to not release you your riches until you get your act together. Hoo-wee, hear me out, fam, hear me out. Some of y'all over here sitting waiting on the Most High, and the Most High's over here waiting on you. Before coming into this realm, chosen one, you were a celestial being, and you decided to accept the mission as a chosen one on this planet to help raise the vibration and the frequency of this simulation, of this realm, whatever you want to call it. You agreed upon this mission, and you told yourself, I'm not gonna release my riches to myself until I get my act together. Because I know that if I release my riches to myself before I get my act together, those riches might be detrimental to me and the rest of the planet. Oh my goodness, hear me out, fam. You told yourself, until I leave all vices behind and I start walking like Christ, I do not want my riches to be given to me. So your riches, your wealth, is being held right now by your higher self, by your orders. That's for you to figure out. That's for you to raise your frequency so you can align yourself and get the information from your higher self, from the Most High, so that you can know what is it that you told yourself that you needed to fix in order for the universe, your higher self, to release you your riches that is bestowed upon you before birth. Woo! Before.
Why in the world are pelicans falling out the sky in huge numbers?
Have y'all seen this? Seen this? This is crazy.
In this video, this girl was on live and she goes through almost the whole neighborhood and she shows what must be 100 pelicans fall right out of the sky. And coincidentally, not related whatsoever, many people reported the sky looking like this around the same exact time. Not related, just I thought that was really cool. She also mentioned there was like a great lightning strike or like a blue light in the sky when all these pelicans went down. This is not like when those crows went down last time. These are giant birds.
Huge lightning that had happened.
Let's put on our thinking hats for a minute. By the way, look at, there's just so freaking many. What in the world could look like a giant blue lightning and knock out pelicans up the sky? What could do that? And if you're feeling weird right now, look at this. This is the Schumann frequency from today at 12. I've never seen it, or it's very rare to see it this freaking crazy. So again, giant blue lightning, crazy Schumann frequency, and guess what else? More giant earthquakes. Unrelated completely, we had a massive 5.6 earthquake in Peru that caused crazy damage, landslides, and this happens to be like the 10th big earthquake in the last 5 or 6 days. I mean, look at this right here. I mean, it's just insane. And West Virginia's flooding. Yeah, I wonder, what could all this be? Why in the world?
You know, sometimes you date stupid people and that's okay. My ex-boyfriend.
Remember when I was on the phone with my boyfriend at 9:59 and I looked at the clock and I was like, let me go to bed. Let me let you go because I want to go to bed at exactly 10, lights out. Within the minute, I want to have my eyes closed, everything off, because I like to go to bed at even times. And hung up on him, closed my eyes, and then I was like, well, let me set an alarm really quick so I don't sleep until some obscene hour. Turn my phone back on. I'm setting an alarm. I just happened to glance at the time because I'm like, oh, okay, I want to make sure it's not 10:01, because if it's 10:01, I'm going to have to wait till 10:30 to go to sleep, so I'm going to scroll on TikTok for 29 minutes. Check the time. I look at the time. It's 3:30 a.m. Like on the dot, 3:30 a.m. And I was like, okay, that's not right. So I check my iPad and I check my computer and they both say 3:30 a.m. And so I go downstairs and I check the clock on the stove, 3:31 a.m. I'm like checking every clock in the house. It's 3:30. And I'm like, did I just die and come back to life like 5.5 hours later? Because that's what it feels like. I genuinely don't know what just happened. Like, I guess I was asleep, but it was like a stream of consciousness though. Like, I had the same thought when I woke up that I had when I was going to bed. Like, I need to check and set my alarm before it turns 10:01 or I'm gonna have to stay up until 10:30. Like, that was the thought process I had. And I literally blinked. Like, I literally blinked. Next day. 5.5 hours later. I checked, like, all the messages I had sent right before I went to bed, and, like, sure enough, they were, like, delivered 5.5 hours, 5 hours before. And I'm like, oh my god, what just happened? What just happened? Like, it literally, I just ceased to exist in between 10 and 3:30, apparently, because I have no recollection. Like, it, bam. The only thing I can equate this to is whenever I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and I went under anesthesia, and I was counting down, and then all of a sudden I was waking up.
Bro, that anesthesia stuff ain't no joke. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even remember me falling asleep. That's how bad it was for me. And then I wake up like, and I'm thinking like, how did like it didn't even feel like it was an hour. They talking about you was asleep for an hour. That did not feel like no hour. I was asleep for like 20 seconds. I don't care. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Whatever they put in that anesthesia, they are using that to jump into other bodies. I swear they is. I know they have to be doing that. I know I'm not tripping because I got up like in 20 seconds. Even my sister, she said, like, yeah, I don't even feel like I was asleep that long. And so I was asleep for an hour. No, I wasn't. I was asleep for like 20 seconds.
And they were telling me that I was done, and I started crying because I was scared because it didn't feel right. I felt like I was being messed with. And then I had a nap a couple years ago that I remember was like this. Like, I literally blinked, and then it was like dark outside, and I had gone to bed when it was light, and I remember thinking that was super weird. But this is much weirder because I wasn't that tired when I went to bed, and that time that I took that nap, I was dog tired. I was so tired. But so it was explainable. This is not explainable because I wasn't that tired, and I woke up with the exact same thought. Like, can anyone explain to me what kind of sleep that is? Because I've been trying to research it, but I can't put it into words to form a Google search. So if anyone knows, like if there's a medical professional that knows what that kind of sleep is called, please let me know, because I'm fascinated and freaked out at the same time. Okay.
Y'all let me know though about the anesthesia. Like when y'all went on it, if you ever went on anesthesia, y'all let me know. Was it quick or did it feel like you was asleep for a long time? Let me know, cause man, I swear I was not asleep for an hour. I was asleep for like 20 seconds, and then it was yeah. Ain't no way.
Remember when a few years ago that YouTuber supposedly went missing after creating a portal to Sedona inside of his bedroom?
Missing YouTuber and his viral video. It's all part of a mystery centered around Sedona, Arizona.
Of course, the popular tourist destination that we all love and know, and it's known for its scenic beauty and shopping. But don't forget its mysterious side. Crystals and energy vortexes are a big reason why some people visit Sedona.
He shows himself on video using his computer with a variation of frequencies. He also has this light box on his bed.
It can be used for science experiments. I would say so.
I'm speeding this part up so you can see it. It's much slower in the real video. But you can see the little box working, and it's creating the portal that's supposedly showing Sedona on the other side. His name was Funky Fathead on YouTube. He was notorious for opening up these portals using sound frequencies. Not long after opening up the portal to Sedona, his account went inactive. A lot of people told him that traveling through these portals could be very dangerous for him.
I did not leave with this on my back. I was gone approximately 15 to 17 minutes. I usually don't like to be gone longer than 25 minutes per trip. This is a new one. This is a new thing.
Remember when a few years ago...
So is this real or is this the like? What, you all think this is a real deal? What YouTuber says that? James or That's Impossible channel. But yeah, do y'all think that's the real deal or this is just fake? I might have to check out his channel one of these days. That's crazy.
Yes, we have.
Hey yo, I'm here to tell you, if you saw that viral video of that light-skinned nigga with them fake-ass dreads proposing to his lady at the Tyler, the Creator concert in Atlanta, yeah, that nigga's still married. He been married for years. If anybody know that lady that he's proposing to, let her know to run. This nigga is a scammer, is a thief, this nigga is a lie. You know how I know? I used to be friends with this nigga. But I found out who he really was when we stopped being friends. I know 3 of his ladies because we were friends for so long. Please, if you know that lady in Atlanta, Georgia, tell her to run. This nigga, this is what he does. He is literally the black Tinder swindler. So, yeah, run.
Are you unemployed because of
breaking news out of Harris County, Texas?
So you mean to tell me that me and you messing around and you want me to hold my head back and let you spit in my mouth?
Weirdest thing just happened to me. I did this puzzle back at home in Jersey before I moved to the city. I wanted to frame it as decor because look how beautiful she is. It took me days to finish, mostly because a large portion is like one color. And once I finished, I realized there was one piece missing. Like, of course, I searched high and low for this piece. I looked in every crack, crevice, crease in my room to find this missing piece, but she was nowhere to be found. So I realized it might be like a manufacturing issue. But I framed it anyway because I decided to use it as a metaphor. Life is never complete. There's always room for growth and perfection is never the goal. The other night I left my apartment for a bit and then when I came back I tossed my keys on my bed and when I picked them up the missing piece was under my keys. I was like, what? I was perplexed. Like I thought this was a glitch in the Matrix, parallel universe, timeline jumping, whatever. I was like, I did this puzzle in a completely different state. How does it appear beneath my keys in New York after all that moving, everything? I just don't understand it. I'm so happy and excited that I can finally finish this, but like what the heck? I need to know if anyone else has experienced any glitch in the Matrix things. So let me know your stories because I'm genuinely curious about this topic. Weirdest thing.
How that happened? That's crazy. It'd be weird stuff happening like that though, for real.
Yo, what the hell?
We think somebody might be in this house. That's what I'm whispering.
Hey, my 4-year page snapping right now. They showing me all the good videos.
Just looking for people under the bed. Look, we have this room right here too. And look at that. That little teddy bear right there. That screams scary. This whole place is just creepy. It's all get out. And everything is not even in focus in this photo, but it's eerily amazing. And earlier we were checking these little cubby holes along this wall right here because we suspect somebody is still living inside this house. And when we came inside, we heard a loud bang. Like one of these closets are closing upstairs or something. So that's why we think somebody's kind of still living in here. Maybe one of the past owners has returned and is very upset. Maybe about one of the previous owners may have passed away and another one returned. Who knows? But yeah, this is too much to take in. What do we have over here? More stuff from the past. This house is loaded. And you want to know something cool? Check it out. Beautiful farmland. When I came in here, I really thought this was a real cat. But it is not.
It looked like a real cat.
Back. That is just fake. I think. And this is probably some of the previous family members that resided here. Unfortunately, I can't read German, but I think all this is either in French or German. One of the two. Alright, we just made it upstairs. Y'all gotta see this upstairs because I'm truly amazed by what they left behind here. This house is absolutely loaded. They left this gun holster behind. Wow. Like, who are these people to leave all this stuff? They must have been rich. Look, we even have baby photos and stuff from the past. How do you just leave all this stuff behind? A complete bedroom. But as you see right here, y'all see that little spot?
They probably was traveling.
Yeah, that one right there. What do we have in here? More pictures from the past. Y'all got to see the rest of this. Wait, hold on. Watch this.
Yo.
They probably was just traveling. Yeah, who knows what happened.
I'm here waiting on law enforcement. I just exited this residence right here. My last victim I was able to obtain the names and addresses of the individuals who did this to my 11-year-old son, and I went to each and every one of their homes, and I unalived them in the most graphic and horrific way possible. I know my life is over.
Okay.
And just like that, another massive volcano has just went off, this time in Indonesia. What were the signs that were supposed to come from beneath the earth? Blood, vapor, fire, and smoke? Y'all really can't think that all these volcanoes are just random, right? Japan, Rome, everywhere, like literally everywhere there's giant volcanoes going off. At the top you see Japan, and you see Rome, and again Indonesia, and I mean, look at this. It's literally word for word the Bible verse. Just like Pompeii was destroyed in the 1st century, just like the sun went dark for 18 months, what they claim was 536 AD, I believe that volcanoes are only there for a sign of God's judgment. You know what? I wonder if the sun went dark the same time as Pompeii. And in the same exact verse, I'll show wonders in the heaven above this conscious truth, and here's a guy, a figure walking on the clouds. And by the way, this happened in Alabama. What's weird about Alabama? You got it. Alabama's where all the pelicans were falling out of the sky, not living anymore because a giant bright light or something compared to that. In Mexico 2 days ago, we had this crazy, what some people are calling meteor, and a whole bunch of other people are saying there's no way it's a meteor because it doesn't look anything like a meteor. We had a giant fireball just seen over Texas, and of course you know about what's happening in the east, and also all the freaking earthquakes that are happening every single day. And again, the Schumann frequency is glitching. And we had all sorts of symptoms reported in the middle of the night last night.
Only if I'm naked. Hey, what you doing? Nigga, come with me again. Only if I'm naked.
I don't know what song that is, but I know it's heat.
So before I was outside these gates here, which were locked.
George Washington Masonic Temple.
There. Wait till I show y'all what it looks like down there from up there. Mind blowing.
Go ahead.
Mind blowing. But for right now, let's just take our time and canvas this room, the cymatics of it, the beauty of it.
Ooh. Excuse me.
I mean, these are layers. Layers, like it's layers. When I say it's layers, I mean like layers. Like a layer upon a layer upon a layer of marble. Isn't that just, that's absolutely amazing. Old light, looking like a torch.
They used to really, they really build the buildings with passion back then. I know more. No more. Tornado ain't knocking this over. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry. That's too much metal. I wonder if reptilians be in places like this, like underground. What do y'all think? That's just my theory. Should I sit in the Masonic seat? Masonic. That word Masonic sound like to put you in like a trance. Masonic. All marble. It's crazy.
The exquisite. Look at this marble. This is all marble. Ain't nothing not marble. Marble, but marble on marble. On marble, marble. Impossible. Just marble. Look. More marble.
Crazy. Looking for the tunnel.
Damn. Found an open crawl space, man. Man, really thought I was about to find something.
Freemason about to walk in.
Whoa! Whoa! You okay?
He definitely a Freemason. Cause why you just do that, my guy? What, my guy? What's going on? Hey, the face he making right now is the face I should be making right now. Nah, for real, cause like, where did you just come from, man? Where did you just come from, my guy? What the? What's going on?
What the fuck was that?
Mm-hmm. Definitely a Freemason. That's why he just run in there like that.
Listen, y'all can decode that yourselves.
Yeah.
Anyways, where were we? Holy shit. Where the fuck did he come from? He just came from over there. Over here, doing this, and he comes out of nowhere, jumps out. Let me go back to what I was filming, because somebody could have just sent some agents out to try and distract me from doing my work, so let me reevaluate. We were here. We were trying to figure out and understand what was going on here. And I was coming on down here.
And then he just came out of nowhere running. Like, come on, man. What was that about?
So funny, I remember a movie where a guy, he was like looking at something. And he was looking at it, and while he was looking at it, he was trying to decode it. I didn't even see the chair from where I was.
I didn't either.
Interesting.
That's a chair. I didn't see that. The fact that they're using gold. You alright? That colors are like royal.
Huge. Gigantic.
Marble.
Marble columns. I mean, huge.
That is insane.
These things are absolutely huge.
Yeah. They just was using all the materials of the earth.
And in a lot of these structures, in some of the other videos, I'm going to explain to you how actually one of these buildings, somebody even told me that They went inside the building and nobody was allowed to go inside. I think it was the building of commerce. Nobody was allowed to go inside that building for about, how long? Some years, because they're inside and they're basically, you know, whitewashing.
Mm.
You know, clearing out anything that might signify that, you know, somebody else might have built this magnificent structure.
Okay. I might have to check out some more of these videos.
But as it seems now, the spells are starting to crumble.
Hmm. Hmm. How y'all feel about that? So there's a theory. Well, okay. I've been seeing that planes don't use fuel or gas. It don't use gas. Let's check this out though. So planes are refueling is fake. It's F.
You can look at all these planes all over the place. There is not one tanker inside. Not one tanker in sight.
All right. Thanks for watching that. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next upload. Hopefully, we got 2 hours. Not no old videos, but actually 2 hours of new content. But thanks for watching. If you did make it this far, thank you. Peace.